kind of contest did he win? Some kind of Chan Gailey lookalike?
No. Apparently it's a fan contest where you get to go on television, pretend you're Babe Loffenberg, and interview the coach of the Cowboys.
So this black guy brings that tape up today and wants the producer job?
Wants the producer job.
How'd the tape look?
I'll pull the audio for you. Just let you listen.
Good.
It looked great. It was produced by Channel 11. Actually aired.
How'd he do?
I'll put the audio for you.
Okay. All right. Anything in the email before we get started? Anybody want braces?
Let me see. There was
Dr. Scholl's stuff, anything?
Dr. Scholl.
Nothing.
I will say mine's locked up.
Well, it was just a yes or no.
I thought there was something in here.
Oh.
There it goes.
What do you got?
Right to your need of your influential help and no, not the help everyone else wants. I have my own money. My child does not need braces. No one needs a transplant in my family. I have a child who was recently selected in a nationwide costume contest. He was selected over 5,000 other children to be in the top 20 finalists by a magazine called Family Fun. He's posted on the website among the other children. He's currently in second place.
Go to the last sentence.
His costume is corn on the cob. We made it out of bubble wrap and sprayed it yellow. The website is basically they want us to tell people to go vote for their kid.
No.
Okay.
We're not doing shout-outs. They're going to websites.
Corn on the cob, though.
Dan Lewis can come back if he'll wear that every day.
I got a call from him today, or actually an email, and he told me to call him.
What do you want?
He wants to know if I really don't like him.
Yeah?
I do. I don't have any problem with Dan. Honestly.
Honestly?
Honestly. I don't have any problem with him. Trey, I do.
You're going to sit here and tell me now,
yes,
months later, all of a sudden you don't have any problem with Dan.
Dan and I have had locked horns over the past. Obviously,
well,
that's just 3 years.
That's family dispute. Crap like that happens all the time.
Yeah.
You're going to tell me that you're
the one that told me.
I didn't take you nothing.
Don't you?
Why? You want to do this here?
Sure.
Do it here?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, do it here. Do it.
Well, the problem is you'll shut my mic off.
Shut nothing off. Look, I'll sit back here in my comfortable new birthday chair. You tell me whatever you got to say.
Anthony, just, you said after the other day, it's not an option. And we have another guy who's actually produced network radio that's available.
That's not the point. You said you didn't like Dan.
I've never actually said the words, I don't like Dan, ever.
You are a liar.
I never said that.
You are lying.
He has a condescending tone in his voice, which he knows, which he said himself.
You don't like that.
I don't.
You didn't want to work with him.
I never said. I said it's your show.
Lying.
I said it's your show, and you make the calls. I don't make those calls. I can work with Dan. I cannot work with Trey. I even said I would work with Trey. If you want him back, I will work with Trey. It will be difficult. It will be strained, but I will work with Trey. I'm an employee.
I wish you would make up your mind. First, you don't like Dan. Now you want it. It's okay if he comes back.
I never said I didn't like Dan.
I believe I believe you even said it on the air.
No, I believe so.
Isn't that the impression?
Given the option.
O'Malley, is that the impression you got?
Well, he's going to say that.
He is not.
Anyway, we had a new guy coming in tonight.
That's not what we're talking about right now.
Well, but given all the options of someone to hire for the job, I think this is our best option.
Well, if you don't have a problem with Dan, let's just get him back.
Okay. If that's what you're ready to do,
I'm just asking. I thought you guys hated Dan.
No, nobody ever said they hated Dan. You asked,
Eddie, what did you say? Didn't you say you didn't like him?
No, I said he was an ass and that he treated everybody pretty bad.
All right, my mistake. Go ahead.
And I said, I can work with him. I can.
So why wouldn't you want him back then?
The other person seems to be the better candidate at this moment.
Why?
Because he's produced.
Dan produced a life of miserable experiences.
Oh, here it goes.
All right.
I thought it was nice of him to call and even worry about how I felt about anything. People in the building apparently had told him something. But, Eddie. We're still stuck on Dan has produced.
Yeah. I don't think anybody has gotten more out of Dan losing his own show than Eddie.
And that's my point. We bring Dan back. Eddie would certainly have a field day. I don't think Dan's ego could stand what Eddie would do to him.
What's I forgot where we're going.
Jesus. Okay. All right. What
is it? What is it, Angela? Angela.
Hello.
Let's go.
Well, I can't hear you.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm the one that sent in the email to you and JD. Nice, not long, not talking about cans, not nothing else. Just want you to help out a little fellow Texan. And you all can't send a shout out? Why?
Cause.
Come on. If somebody wanted to get on there and talk about their dog's heart surgery or some woman's new cans, you'd talk about that.
Absolutely. Nobody cares about your kid dressing up like corn on the cob.
Oh, come on. Come on, whatever.
They don't.
He's the only Texan selected. You don't care about that?
No.
Not at all.
How old is your kid?
He's
18?
5.
He's 5?
5.
5.
JD, you have kids. Come on, you know.
My hands.
Whose idea was to dress up your kid like a corn on the cob?
Not my husband's, I promise.
Great big bubble wrap, spray painted yellow?
Yes. He's very adorable. And all these other little kids are all these little northern brats. And there's 20 on there. And they downsize them by 5 every week.
And your kid made the cut?
Yes. Over 5,000.
It's a real simple website.
I don't care.
Okay.
Out of 5,000, how many are left?
20.
And your cob kid made the 20 cut?
Yes.
What is it exactly you want me to do?
Give out the website.
And then what? Then people just vote? What does he get if he wins?
A little over $1,000 worth of children's books by Disney.
Oh.
Russ, come on, you're a good guy.
Is he retarded or anything?
No, he's not retarded.
Is he fat?
No, he's not fat yet.
I'm sorry. Is he husky? You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Go on.
Corn. I get it. Got it.
Come on. You know what? I know the company that gave you the thing to make the human little, what was it?
Produced. He's not laughing at you, Angela. He's something else.
Yeah, something else. Okay.
Here's what I want you to do.
Okay.
I want you to make me an adult-sized corn on the cob outfit. And I want you to...
Will you read out the website?
Absolutely.
Absolutely?
Yes. And then Dan can come back if he wears it every day, and we call him Colonel Dan.
For as long as he works here every day.
I don't care.
At least it sounds like he's in the military. I'm dizzy. Give the website.
Oh, it's familyfun.com.
Log on to Sneak Peek and then go to Costume Contest. And he's the little corn on the cob in yellow.
I have to see it now. All right.
Thank you, Russ.
I'm going to put you on hold. I want my adult-sized corn on the cob outfit.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
I will send you one.
Line 5, Dan. All right, I got to see this now. What's the website?
Familyfun.com.
Now, what you say, sneak peek?
Mm-hmm.
Where is that?
Look.
Halloween sneak peek, right there. There's a little rectangular box near the top.
Oh, the side slowed down.
Costume contest. Is that what she said?
Yep.
I don't see any pictures. I guess under vote.
You got that? I gotta see it. My computer's slow. Under vote? Okay. Okay, all right. I can see Dan wearing that. I must see Dan wearing that. Oh, man.
Wouldn't it be worth letting him come back?
I think so. He's got little shucks there at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
He's a cute little kid.
Yeah, he is. Okay, I'll vote for that one.
How do you vote?
Just click it, just that little dot right below it, and then scroll down to vote.
I don't see it.
Right below his costume, there's a little dot.
Oh, I see. Oh, I got it. Vote.
Oh, he's leading, too. He's got 21% of the vote right now. No, he's tied with Barbie in a box. Old chick.
Oh, I see her. No, he's up to 26.
Okay.
Barbie in a box is 19%. He's 26.
And that just went up because it was 21 on mine. I haven't refreshed.
No, that's cool. They get a bunch of books.
Yeah.
You know what we need to do? Just so we get a feel of what Dan's going to look like in that.
Yeah.
Get Chris from VertBiz to take that picture, blow it up, and put Dan's face in there so we can see.
Sure.
Then he can post it on the website and we can decide. Looks like the website's locking up.
Yeah.
He's got 32% now.
Dang.
All right. Yeah, if she's going to make us a adult corn on the cob for Dan. Colonel Dan.
Colonel Dan. I like it.
That's his uniform.
Every day.
Mm-hmm. The corn man.
Yeah, that was nice. They were tied. Now he's 37 and she's little Barbie's 16. I know. It's got it. All
right. So what did you tell Dan? Did you respond to his email?
Yeah, I called him up. He said just to call him in the car, and I called him, and I just talked. I said, I don't know who you're talking about who's saying things. He goes, well, other people in the building have come up and told me. Well, no. Everything I've ever said, we've said on the air.
Well, who in the building told him?
He wouldn't tell me.
Well, then, you know what? And that's another thing I don't like. I don't like hearing when somebody says, somebody told me. Well, who told you? I don't want to say. Well, then I'm not going to talk to you about it.
Yeah. Then you don't know if they're actually just fishing or if it's like...
They could be fishing. They could be making it up. The other person could be lying. And it's just like going to court. If somebody's going to accuse me of something, I want to know who it is. You're not going to tell me? I'm not going to stand here and discuss it with you.
Yeah.
And if that other person's running around running their mouth, why don't you be ballsy enough to come tell me?
Well, he said this happened several weeks ago. Why didn't you email me several weeks ago and just ask? So, anyway. We have the new guy coming in tonight.
Well, how did the conversation end?
You can meet him. I said, that's just basically it. I said, no problem. Just other than the ones you know about that we've, locked horns a few times.
Okay. What time's the new guy coming in?
I told him about 7:30. You'll do your work. Are you working out tonight?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Then let's make it about 7:30. It's perfect. I'll be done with the promo. Well, I was going to say if you're working out, I was going to make it 8:15.
Okay.
So he didn't bother you.
No. I'll be fine. Okay. All right. You ready to start news?
Sure. He ain't going to come back and wear a corn outfit.
You rode a horse at Six Flags.
You're right.
Get that horse.
Get that corn outfit in here.
He's in his office.
No, don't.
He's gonna sit in front
Those big corn holder things stuck in his head. Oh, that's mean.
Here we go.
Okie dokie.
Go ahead.
Ain't coming back. News and information. Here we go. Brought to us by your Jeep dealer in Miller Lite.
Brought to you by your local Dallas-Fort Worth area Jeep dealers. This hour of the Russ Martin Show is brought to you in part by Miller Lite.
And by American Eagle Harley. I'll be there Saturday from 11 to 1. It's in Corinth. Exit 460 as you go north on 35 toward Denton. And awesome Harleys out there. The new V-Rods, the whole line of XBs, just all kinds of cool stuff. We'll see you there. Once again, it is American Eagle Harley. 11 to 1 on Saturday. Tuesday, October 7th, 2003. Johnny Mellencamp is 52 today. Oliver North turns 60. New York Times has issued a retraction on Saturday after misreporting 2 days earlier that Arnold Schwarzenegger once said he admired Adolf Hitler for what he did with his power. In early Friday editions, the paper was quoted the California gubernatorial frontrunner as saying, "I admire Hitler for being such a good public speaker and for what he did with it." The actual transcripts from outtakes of Schwarzenegger's 1975 bodybuilding classic Pumping Iron shows what the actor actually said was the opposite. "I didn't admire Hitler for what he did with it." Going on, I said, "I admire him for being such a good public speaker and for his way of getting to the people, but I didn't admire him for what he did with it." This is the whole statement. And I admire basically people who are powerful like Kennedy, who people listen to and just wait until he comes out with telling them what to do. So they totally flipped it around. Fellow folks from PETA have now weighed in on the Siegfried and Roy fiasco. Actually took the opportunity to fax a letter to Roy's hospital room asking him and his partner to end their exotic animal act. PETA first expressed its hope that Roy makes a full recovery. Then the fax goes on to say, perhaps Friday's frightening incident will make you realize that brightly lit stages with pounding music and screaming audiences is not the natural habitat for tigers, lions, or any other exotic animals. The only natural thing that happened on stage was when this majestic animal lashed out against its captor who was beating him with a microphone because he wouldn't do a trick.
Some email some guy just sent.
Yeah.
Yeah, when this thing oh, come on, open up. What's wrong with the email?
It's just slow today.
It's talking about Dan's costume. It says the irony in Dan wearing the corn on the cob outfit.
Right.
Is normally it's a piece of with corn in it. Now it's going to be a piece of corn with.
Jesus. Man.
If he comes back, he deserves a job.
Yes, yeah. Disappointing.
Go ahead.
Oh, all right. So Peter's waiting on that deal. The issue of Newsweek magazine that just hit racks gives us a pretty detailed, alleged account of what went down with Kobe Bryant's Eagle, Colorado hotel room in the evening of June 30th. Here's basically what it says. Kobe started flirting with the, quote, blonde, girlish-looking concierge, whatever. And as soon as she arrived at the hotel to check in, she was most definitely flirting back. The woman gave Kobe a personal tour of the grounds. Later, when Kobe called the front desk to order food, she delivered it personally. Later, when he called to say his whirlpool bath wasn't working, she came to check on it. Kobe invited her to return to his room when she got off. She accepted. The sex began as consensual, but Toby began to get nervous. Kobe, I'm sorry, because he wasn't wearing a rubber. I guess he got over it because the woman started yelling and screaming for him to stop, which he did. By that time, she was crying hysterically and wanted to leave the room. Kobe started to panic and tried to stop her from leaving so he could talk to her and calm her down. He also tried to put ice on her eyes because they were swollen from her crying. And the next thing Kobe knew, he was being asked to go to a hospital to give a DNA sample. And months before he was charged with rape, Kobe Bryant apparently contacted a divorce attorney, a move that sent his wife into an emotional tailspin that led to her being hospitalized on advanced life support. Vanessa Lane Bryant's breakdown came just 2 months after giving birth to the couple's first child. It also came 3 months before Kobe Bryant had a sexual encounter in the hotel. Ben Affleck is in trouble. Misdemeanor warrant. Affleck is in trouble. Misdemeanor warrant has been issued for his arrest on Saturday.
You're just on a roll, aren't you?
North Carolina woman Yeah, I'm still thinking corn. It's hard. By the name of Tara Ray accused him of threatening her last month. And here's the part Jennifer Lopez might want to listen in on. Ms. Ray claims that he'd been romantically involved with Ben since February of 2002. Apparently, Ms. Ray claims Ben followed her as she drove from Raleigh to her home in Cure Beach on September the 25th. Not clear how, but Ben also allegedly threatened her and threatened to hurt her. Tara Ray has been advised by her attorney not to discuss specifics, but she claims she really believed her life was in danger. A rep for Ben says he's never met this chick, has no idea who she is. And the very paparazzi who pounded him and made his life a living hell recently might be his saviors. Ben's reps says there were at least 50 paparazzi who can attest the fact that he was in his Savannah, Georgia estate on that day and stayed there all day long. When it comes to cursing, the government says it's all in the delivery. That's the view of the FCC in a decision that U2 singer Bono, his colorful language during the Golden Globe Awards, didn't violate federal indecency rules. The FCC rejected complaints from the Parents Television Council and more than 200 people who accused dozens of television stations for violating restrictions on obscene broadcast by airing portions of the award program last January. The complaints basically revolved around the phrase Bono said, "This is really, really effing brilliant." The FCC using...
You can read that.
Effing? Mm-hmm. I don't want to say it.
You can.
I don't want to, no.
You're reporting it. It's a news report.
Well, it actually is not in this report. They blanked it. It's F blank, 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 blank.
But did it happen?
Yeah, but I don't want to.
He said it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You say it. I don't
Do you have the FC? Dan, did you print that document for me?
I've got it. The document.
Why do you have it? I told Dan to print it for me.
Okay, I've got it right here.
Why don't I have it? I don't have it. Why has it been highlighted?
Just parts that were important.
This was for me. I didn't want it highlighted.
I printed it for me.
Dan was supposed to print it for me.
Okay.
Why is that so hard to understand?
I guess he didn't.
Where is it? What? Where is it? Where is it?
Mike's not on.
Oh. And I want Dan to dance.
Dan Lewis to dance in the corn.
Yes.
Okay. Any particular reason or song?
Because it's Dan.
Okay.
I'd like for him to dance to... One moment. Let me think.
Mm-hmm.
Something by Cream.
Okay. Okay.
Sunshine of Your Love.
Very nice. That song, Hot Buttered Popcorn, be too obvious. FCC using the F word more often to explain its decision than Bono did on the air. Bono did on the air, said the word may be crude and offensive, but in the context presented here, did not describe sexual organs or activity. And that is the distinction in the key test to measure whether a statement meets federal standards for broadcast indecency. David Solomon, the chief of the FCC Enforcement Bureau, said in the ruling that Bono used the vulgarity as an adjective or to emphasize an exclamation, and that the use of the specific word, including other four-letter words, does not render the material obscene.
Do you realize, had I done this?
Oh, yeah.
Or Mark Davis?
Mm-hmm.
Howard Stern?
Mm-hmm.
They'd have been all over him. And they would have absolutely...
My question is, does it not open the door for anybody to go?
I hope it does.
Here's the effing weather.
Yeah. You effing idiot. Traffic. There's no, effing traffic, effing whatever. There's no, as long as to them. This is the most absurd set of rules I have ever seen. It's like crazy men sit down on weed, dressed like corn on the cobs, and came up with this stuff. It makes no sense. It has no logic. It has no bearing on reality. It's absurd, and it's guidelines that we've got to follow, and it's not even guidelines. It makes sense. And then when you get in trouble, they're going, well, look at this. It's clear cut. No, it's not. I'll read some of this stuff in a second about the guidelines that they set up.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't know.
They should just leave it to each individual market.
Well, in this case, they listed all the TV stations that broadcast this in the complaint. So even if you just happen to be an outlet like KXAS here in Dallas, it's listed also.
Well, they carried it from the network, though.
Mm-hmm. So who do you blame? Do you blame the network? Do you blame the local affiliate?
Well, you would assume the network would be in charge of that. Yeah, there's a bunch of stations on here.
Mm-hmm.
So were they all listed in the complaint?
Yep.
I want to say I read someplace, most of the complaints, if there was like 263, 217 came from one group.
Right.
Not even the public at large.
No.
One group.
Right. And remember, it went nationwide. Parents Television Council is the majority of who got the complaints, who made the complaint.
Do we need a break? Badly or borderline? Okay. Do a couple more stories.
Okay.
A little break.
Val Kilmer is back. His new movie, Wonderland, he's playing John Holmes. Last weekend, he was playing at a Holiday Inn in an autograph show with Erin Moran. Is it Moran? Joni
from Happy Days?
Joni from Happy Days. She supposedly...
Val Kilmer was in an autograph thing?
At a Holiday Inn. She,
Where? What city?
This was in... I just said it 2 seconds ago. Now I can't find it.
Go back to the beginning of the sentence.
Last weekend at a Holiday Inn autograph show with Erin. It doesn't say then.
All right.
Along with people like Phyllis Diller, Linda Gray, and Aaron's the one that said, I can't believe he's here. Apparently nobody could either. He said he wasn't doing it for the money. He was doing it to get the word out about his new movie.
How very sad.
At a Holiday Inn.
I've been to those before where you go in, you get the autographs from all the different celebrities.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's sad to see them sitting there. Who was it? Martin Milner.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting there by himself. He was the big guy back in the 70s with Adam 12.
Sure.
Kent McCord. I think that series ran for a few years. It was a spinoff off of Dragnet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What were you going to say?
I thought it was Emergency.
No, Emergency was another spinoff. Was another Jack Webb production. Where was it? Oh, and he's sitting there at a table by himself with a little cigar box.
Oh, man.
And he was doing autographs for $10 a piece. Nobody to take his money for him. It's just, you felt bad.
Yeah.
I just told him to keep it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you get a picture?
Yeah.
At least. There's 20. I don't really want a picture
Yeah, I
of
don't
you.
want anything here. Give the other half to Kent. It's just sad.
Yeah.
And they'll sit there all day and they'll sign autographs.
How much money could they make doing that? Surely the shows must pay them something to be there.
I don't know. In fact, I don't even know. They may pay to be there. I mean, I guess you could make, if it's a big enough show, if, 300-400 people come by. Was that $3-4 grand? If everybody wants a signature? Oh, you get the idea.
Yeah. And Val was charging $50.
I'm trying to think who else was it. Ernest T. Bass. Mickey Rooney.
Big stars in their day.
I can't think any others. But the Martin Miller thing, I don't know why. I think because I was a big Adam 12 fan. And just seeing him sit there by himself, old guy with a cigar box full of cash. All right. I'm getting depressed.
News and information brought to us by Hook and Ladder, our big open four-man scramble benefiting MBA.
But at least he wasn't sitting in a corner of the Cobb outfit on a stick horse.
October 13th. We'll see you there. It's $75 to get in. That includes everything. I'm J.D. Ryan, Live 105.3, the talk that rocks Texas.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
How long before the LeBaron video's done?
Should have by Friday.
Did Chris at Birdbiz say he could put it on the web?
Yep. He said he could. Somehow he's going to figure a way to make it where it's e-commerce and people can pay to watch it. Would you rather do that or have it on DVD?
I don't know.
Problem is on the web, it's more accessible. No one has to physically go somewhere and buy it.
That's not the problem. That's an advantage.
So I mean, that's the advantage.
Yeah, I think the web makes more sense.
Okay.
Because with PayPal and credit cards and whatever. That's what we're using for the police fire poster. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
The 2003 Russ Martin Show police fire and military parade posters and DVDs are on sale now at russmartin.com.
We're just using PayPal for that. I think they get, out of a $20 order, I think they get 88 cents.
Okay. What do you want to charge to download it?
I don't know. Let me see the video first. It may not be worth the venture.
Okay.
Where are you gonna cut it up?
I'm gonna get Bob across the street, WB, to help me. It'd be so much easier there than the storage room in a computer.
Will he do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just lay it down and knock it out.
Got it. Hi, Gail.
Hi there.
What do you got?
I've got Racetrack, Best Buy, and Just Brakes.
And your IQ is just stop and think about it.
Racetrack, where the gasoline is 100% guaranteed. They're so confident in the quality of their gasoline that if their gas ever causes a problem with your car, verify it with a certified mechanic and they'll pay for the repairs. Racetrack gasoline is always 100% guaranteed. At Best Buy, there's a world of options. Let's find the one with your name on it. Best Buy, thousands of possibilities. Get yours. Brakes grinding? Call Just Brakes and ask about their 4-wheel friction reline for as little as $99.88. Just Brakes. Just stop and think about it.
In Dallas on eastbound I-30, Tom Landry Highway at Chalk Hill, there's a stalled car. Eastbound I-30, East R.L. Thornton at Grand Avenue, there's a wreck. Also near there on eastbound 30 at Munger, there's a stalled car. That one's in the left center lane. On the tollway, it's really slow. Traveling southbound from 635 down to Royal, they've got the left lane blocked. And traffic is also brought to you by Allstate Insurance. Contact Allstate today for all your auto insurance needs. Just call 1-800-ALLSTATE. See your local Allstate agent or visit allstate.com. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Gail Lightfoot on Live 105.3, The Talk That Rocks, Texas.
Thank you, Gail. Going to be 61 for the low tonight. Partly sunny, 80 tomorrow. We have 80 now at Live 105.3, The Talk That Rocks, Texas.
You want to see it again? Somebody took the picture of that kid with the corn on the cob outfit, put Dan's face on it, and made it dance back and forth.
Oh, they didn't. Oh, there it is.
How's the voting going on that kid?
Like 60% now.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. He's got that wrapped up then. Does it say how long the voting goes?
Each week. So they're down to, they knock off 5, so I'd say 4 more weeks.
Oh, okay. Well, so we just help him win this week then.
Yeah. Then they'll be down to 15.
Well, I don't want to do this every week.
Okay.
We might if we get our corn outfit.
Yeah.
All right, that'll be her incentive to get it done as we get our corn outfit for next week. Hang on, I'm going to look at Dan's dancing corn picture again.
I clicked on it, just mine's not dancing. Maybe
Yeah, mine's dancing. All right. I don't know why I got so much phlegm going today. What were we talking about before the break? There was something we were...
interview request?
Yeah, well, you said that during the break. What is that?
That's a kid at UNT. Let me pull it up real quick. Wants to do a personality profile on you.
What is that?
Follow you around, watch the show, see the dynamic of the show, how everybody interacts. Driving me nuts. It's locked up.
That's it. He wants to come up and watch?
Come up and do about a 1,250 word.
No.
Okay.
I don't like people. No. Okay. Why would they think I would want somebody sitting in here for a couple of hours?
I agree. Just asked.
Plus, I don't know. He's really a student at UNT or UT or whatever.
Could verify that first, but still, it makes you nervous that people want.
I don't need anybody in here. There's no reason for it. There's no benefit to me. There's no benefit to the listeners. It's going to benefit one person out of 40 or 50,000. I don't care. No. The answer is no.
Okay.
Oh, I got this Bono stuff. It shocks me that the FCC would actually put this stuff in print. Because you're right. This absolutely opens up the door for start using 4-letter words. As long as it's not in some type of sexual context. Mm-hmm. And even that doesn't make any sense. Who cares if it's in a sexual context? Why is it that sex is so damning to be on the air?
They decided a long time ago that it was just the worst thing you could talk about is body excretions and such.
The complainants allege that the licensees named in their respective complaints aired the Golden Globes Award program, during which the performer Bono uttered the phrase, "This is really, really effing brilliant," or "This is effing great." The complaints contend such material is either offensive and or indecent, and they request that the commission levy sanctions against the licensees for broadcast of the subject material. I don't understand why they have all these TV stations listed unless there was a complaint that came from each market. Because the only way is like, all right, if I live in Alexandria, Louisiana, and I heard it on KLLI TV, all right, I could be offended by that. But I'm not going to be offended the fact that it aired in Pueblo, Colorado. So why would those two stations be listed? It would only be the station with the market I would be in, not the entire network.
If that's a contingency for complaint, this Parents Television Network probably contacted somebody in each market and said, we need you to make a complaint.
Yeah. Whether you heard it or not,
correct.
This aired. Your child
in your market
could have heard this. Complaints, and also, they open up the door because they rely heavily, and this is the first time I've ever seen this in an FCC document, they rely heavily on freedom of speech.
Yep.
That amendment. Let's see if I can find that. Any consideration of government action against allegedly indecent programming must take into account the fact that such speech is protected under the First Amendment. The federal courts consistently have upheld Congress's authority to regulate the broadcast of indecent speech as well as the Commission's interpretation. That's the other thing. Their interpretation. We don't know who these people are. We don't know what their background happens to be. You don't know what their education is. You don't even know if they're well versed on what the hell needs to be going on.
Right.
Authority to regulate the broadcast of indecent speech as well as the Commission's interpretation and implementation of the governing statute. Nevertheless, the First Amendment is a critical constitutional limitation that demands that in indecency determinations, we proceed cautiously and with appropriate restraint. I've never heard them say that. Is there somebody new at the head of the FCC? I thought there was. I thought he was an ass.
Not that I'm aware of.
And this is the crap that we're supposed to keep in the back of our minds when we do the show every day. Every time a memo comes out or something from corporate, I throw it away. I haven't read a memo in 3 years.
I know. Every time they levy a fine on somebody, they send us out all the documents. This is how it happened. Don't do this. Don't get near that. Don't say this.
What is the guy on line 81?
On line 6, he wants you to get a hobby.
Instead of what?
To help you take your mind off the show, he says.
Oh, so he's not being an ass?
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Ask him to hold on, since obviously he has my best interest at heart.
I'd be happy to.
The Commission defines indecent speech as language that in context depicts or describes sexual or excretory activities or organs in terms patently offensive as measured by contemporary community standards for the broadcast medium. Still a very gray area.
Sure. Well, it leaves them a lot of leeway to crack down if they want to on somebody like Stern, or let this go like this, just go.
Was the Golden Globes... Well, nobody's going to know. If it was live or taped.
I don't know.
If it was taped, it shouldn't have aired. As a threshold matter, the material aired during the Golden Globes Award program does not describe or depict sexual or excretory activities and organs. The word effing may be crude and offensive, but in the context presented here did not describe sexual or excretory organs or activities. Rather, the performer used the word effing as an adjective or expletive. What is it? Expletive, thank you. To emphasize an exclamation. Indeed, in similar circumstances, we have found that the offensive language used as an insult rather than a description of sexual or excretory activity or organs is not within the scope of the Commission's prohibition of indecent program content. Which means we can use it as an adjective.
Yes. And just hold that up in their face when they call us on it.
Yeah. Excuse me. It was okay for Bonner to say it.
It can be...
Moreover, we have previously found that the fleeting and isolated remarks of this nature do not warrant Commission action. Thus, because the complaint of material does not fall within the scope of the Commission's indecency prohibition, we reject the claims that the program content is indecent. We did not reach it. Blah, blah, blah. So if there's anything else. And then it tells you there's like a 3-pronged test of something before it's considered indecent.
I think that's in there, too. I highlighted it.
To be obscene, The average person applying contemporary community standards must find that the material as a whole appeals to the prurient interest. Number 2. The material must depict or describe in a patently offensive way sexual conduct specifically defined by applicable law. I don't even know what that means. What does the law have to do with it?
The local law of what is obscene and what is not, I suppose.
Which law? Local? State?
Probably all of them. They can probably get you on most of them. If it's Dallas-Fort Worth law, if by chance there's an obscenity law that they passed, which of course they haven't.
What, that you can't say out in public?
Yeah.
All right. The material, taken as a whole, must lack serious literacy, artistic, political, or scientific value. All right? Whose judgment is that?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? This is absolutely absurd. And stations pay, especially with Stern, millions of dollars, or they have in the past, Infinity, has paid millions of dollars based on this type of rhetoric.
Mm-hmm.
Applying that test, we find that the material broadcast during the Golden Globes Award program was not obscene. The use of specific words, including the 4-letter words, does not render material obscene. Moreover, the complained of material does not depict or describe sexual conduct and thus does not mean, okay. So you get the idea.
Right.
For some reason, if it's got sex anywhere around it, it becomes obscene. I guess if I say I'm going to kick your effing ass, that's not sexual and I can get away with that.
Should be. Unless my ass is currently involved in that activity.
Right.
Yeah. You're right.
That's why I don't read anyway. If it comes down, McNeil used to leave stuff all the time in my box. We got to look at this. You got to read this. Initial that you looked at it. Every time it went straight from my box into the trash can. I'm not going to do it. It's nothing but irritating and confusing.
And you know what you can say and what you can't say.
Some shows do. Some shows don't.
Yes.
And just because you can say it doesn't mean you need to.
No, there's things you can say that you don't.
And you know what? Even if it was okay, if we moved to
XM?
I was just going to say a medium where it was okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My bad. Top of mind. Go ahead.
We were to move to a different medium where it was acceptable and the FCC had no control over that, I still wouldn't do it. Because you use it all the time, then it takes all the magic out of it. It takes all the taboo away from everything else that's going on.
As you've said many times, much more fun to dance around it.
And it's also harder to dance around it. Anybody can just come out and drop an F-bomb. Mm-hmm. Yes, Patty?
Hi, Russ. I was watching ER last season, and they said the a-hole word, like right there, primetime Thursday night. How come they can say that and you can't say that? Can you say that?
I probably could.
Okay. What are the words you can get away with on the radio?
Well, that one specifically is one we've been told not to. But you're right. It pops up on television occasionally.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to ask.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
You can technically get away by the letter of the law with anything as long as no one complains. You can sit here and say MF all day long as long as they don't get a complaint.
Yeah, they can't do anything about it. The commission just can't sit there and go, what the hell are they doing? Well, the phone's going to ring any minute, and we'll jump on them as soon as somebody complains. And if they don't, then there's nothing they can do about it. All right, let's see what this guy wants. Mm-hmm. Yes, Robert.
Hey, boss.
Yep.
You talked about being on vacation. You can't really relax.
No.
So
I started to relax for a little while last night. I was working out with Kevin. I didn't have LeBear coming up.
Yeah.
Just really nothing to do for the rest of the night. And just for like 5 or 10 seconds, I was kind of just...
5 or 10 seconds?
Yeah. I was just kind of cool with everything. And it dawned on me, hey, I'm relaxing. Then I remembered that I shouldn't be.
Why?
I don't know. It was one of those really weird moments.
10 seconds. Let yourself relax.
That was about
That's
it.
Sad.
Because except for yard work, it always sounds like you really can't just let go.
No.
Could you not, like...
And when he's doing yard work, he's thinking of the show.
Could you not, like, learn how to play the guitar or work on learning how to play the guitar?
No.
Or take up tennis or golf or something?
Mm-mm.
It just seems like you're going to burn yourself out.
Maybe. I spend a lot of time with the cars.
Yeah, you have fun. That's kind of your hobby now.
Yeah. Overseeing. I mean, I'm not actually working on the cars. I'm overseeing it, but stuff like that with the back.
You are actually working. You are kind of working on the car. You're telling them how you want it done.
Yeah. But as far as you're talking about just taking something and absolutely immersing myself in that and forgetting about everything else.
Yeah, mine's stupid.
Right. I can't. I'm just too paranoid. And you know what? It ruins the weekends. It ruins the time off. It ruins vacation. Because I know if I stop to relax tomorrow, I still got to go back to work. And I got to have enough stuff to fill 4 hours.
I know. We've always said, the people that I know listen to the show,
yes,
that if you ever get on Prozac or become medicated, there goes the show. Because you won't be as stressed out, but it seems like the stress is almost getting as bad as...
I think in any job that you have, you got to figure out how to balance. You really need stress because that's kind of a driving force.
Yeah, right.
But you also need to be able to figure it off so you don't get stomach acid and get ulcers and then, die prematurely. I don't know what the balance is.
Well, you can't play golf. You don't understand boating. You don't like floating because you just go, what do you do? You float. Yeah. I let everything go, even for an hour.
I don't know how to just drop it and let it go and forget about stuff because I'm afraid my life's going to fall apart. I need somebody to counsel me on that, how to just drop things and let everything go.
I'm telling you, really.
Maybe Dan Lewis can help me with that. Yes.
Ouch.
Yeah. I don't know. I
mean, anything. It doesn't have to be something physical.
I know you wouldn't do it, but yoga would really help you.
Painting or something.
I'm not. I don't even know what you do in yoga.
It's a class. You can go. I'm sure they haven't learned north. You sit and it's stretching exercises.
Well, I'm working out with Kevin. I don't need yoga.
It's mind also. It's not just pushing weight. It's also
this is mind as well.
It's meditation.
You focus.
Quiet.
You're focusing on the weights. When I'm working out, that's pretty much that's one reason I'm going to keep doing it.
It's very
maybe that's good.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, thanks, Robert.
All right.
Thank you for being concerned. Very kind.
Yeah, I can never see you playing golf. I can never see you boating. I bet you, how many times have you been in your swimming pool in your house?
Totally this year.
Total?
No. This year I was in it 3 times.
3 times. If I had a backyard pool, I'd be out there all the time.
Too much other stuff to do.
I know.
Yes, Robert?
Yeah. Hello?
What do you think yes, Robert means?
I don't know. Hey, Kelly said you had a small peanut this morning. Is that true?
A, why would you care? And B, how would she know? And C, up next to her ass, everything looks small.
That's for sure. I've seen her ass.
Is today really a good day to try and piss me off?
No, I hate to piss you off.
And why would she say I got a small penis?
I know, you're talking about the cobwebs between her legs.
That's not the question I asked.
Well, that's the question I gave you.
Why would she say that?
What was the context?
Oh, one of her callers called in and said you two were having a little tiff. And that you,
I don't talk to Kelly.
I hear that. I wouldn't either.
Oh, you know what? She would know the size of my penis because we went to the bathroom one time. She held it.
Oh, yeah?
What?
Yeah. When was this?
Some party we had over at O'Neill's. What was that thing over at off Merritt? Anyway, it's a pub, and everybody was there, and we all got plowed, and I had to go to the bathroom, and she went, and we went into the same stall, and she wanted to hold it. Okay. So, yeah, she would know.
Okay. There you go.
One of the first times I've ever actually let a chick do that.
Just grab it and just go.
Yeah. Wow. So, yeah. Yeah, she would know. My mistake. She hadn't seen it and held it. So I apologize.
Okay.
About the ass comment. How we doing, Eddie? Go ahead, Kristen.
Russ?
Yes?
I think you should try journaling. Maybe that'll help. They say that it works for a lot of women. You write it down and keep it there on paper, and if you need to go back, you can, look back at what your worries were and see if you need to address those issues again. It's great.
Sounds like more work.
No, you're letting out and releasing your stress, and you don't have to worry about some chick.
I'm not worried about this stuff. I don't worry about relationships or anything else.
Well, I mean, about work.
It's just this show every day and what the ratings are going to be every month, even though there's been nothing wrong with them ever. Yeah.
You just stress about work?
Just work.
Oh.
I don't care about anything. Everything else gets done. Everything else doesn't require creativity to get it done. I can mow. You don't have to be creative to mow or do yard work or clean the carpets or pick up crap or do paperwork or do foundation paperwork. You don't need any creativity for that. I got to get up in the morning and figure out how to fill this stupid slate every day.
Well, if it's that stressful, then maybe you think about early retirement.
I might. Of course, now I sound like Stern. Didn't he talk about retiring?
Yeah. Letterman, too. But Letterman's been doing it.
We've missed you too much, though. So.
That's very sweet of you. Thank you. The Letterman thing I don't get. Stern, maybe, because he's been doing mornings for years.
Right.
Hey, I don't know how you do that. I just don't. I'll never go back to mornings on broadcast radio.
Mm-hmm.
Never go back to mornings. Because you got to get up 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. You go in, you do your job, then you take a nap in the middle of the day, then you wake up, you finish up your day. Yeah.
You're always out of kilter.
I didn't realize how much I hated it until we moved to afternoons. Then everything went back to normal.
Yeah.
So I don't blame him. I'm retired too.
I don't know how people like Chapman and Terry Dorsey do it for 20, 30 years. I don't.
If they were doing talk shows, I don't think they would have done it.
It's true.
That's why I don't compare something, like what Dorsey's doing to what Stern's doing.
It's two different worlds.
It is. Because Dorsey's playing music. You got all this time in the world to regroup, stop. If a bit's going bad, you go into a song. You don't have to suffer through anything else.
Yep. 20, 25 minutes an hour is music.
Let's see, what am I, 43? Stern's probably 50.
He's in his 50s.
Yeah. He's got enough money. You don't have to keep doing this.
I think he's working out his contract. That's what everybody said. And then he wants to stand back and executive produce movies and television shows like Son of a Beach and those things.
That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I could stop working, though. I think I'd go nuts.
He's never said stop working. He just...
I meant this. This is a nice release.
Oh, yeah.
It's stressful. Some days it is. Some days the show writes itself, and all the notes that I got, we haven't really used much of the notes I've made over the past hour and 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Some days you got to use all your stuff and more.
But it's a nice release when you get upset at somebody or something, come Monday morning.
It's a nice power base.
Yes.
Regardless of what happens over the weekend, regardless of what anybody does to you, come Monday afternoon, they're screwed. Mm-hmm. There's nothing they can do about it. And there's no way you're going to stop me. Because I am the afternoon juggernaut.
You are. Juggernaut.
Oh. God. You sure it's not juggernaut?
I'm positive. Stop.
Know what Brumley wrote?
No, he didn't.
He called me a juggernaut.
Juggernaut.
Are you sure?
Positive. Absolutely positive.
I feel like a juggernaut.
No.
I dance like one.
No, you dance like a chicken.
Break here. All right. We'll be back.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show. Call Russ now at 2003 Russ Martin Show police, fire, and military parade posters and DVDs are on sale now at russmartin.com.
All right. 425, J.D. Ryan is here, Eddie Boyd, Dan O'Malley, Gale Lightfoot with traffic. So you got an email from Dan, said he would wear the corn?
Yes, he did.
I think things have changed. I think Dan's humble. I think, having the world in his hands, having all this money coming in, being producer of the show,
okay,
having all of that, job security, because I'm never going to fire him.
No.
Job security, as long as this show went on, we could have all retired together, had all of that, decides he wants to go off on his own, gamble everything, which you got to admire him for.
You certainly do.
Fails miserably.
Don't. Stop it. Quit.
And has to beg for his job back and wearing an ear of corn.
I agree.
I think that's a humbling experience.
Okay.
You don't want him back.
There's a guy coming tonight. I just want you to meet.
I just don't understand, and I hate to keep going over this. I don't understand where things changed, where originally you said, I don't want him back. I don't want Trey back. I don't want him back. because there were a few emails where I sent you, I went, well, I think it would be good to have Dan back if we just do it for the fall book. Give it a feel. And you were against that as well. I have emails at home that I kept that I'll print out if you want.
Please do, because
But you were against that as well.
The Friday thing?
Are you sure? You kept questioning over and over. I'll do it if I have to.
I just thought there was...
I'll do it if I have to does not sound like you're into it.
What do you think last time he came up here? And there were rules about getting out, and it was like, it was made very clear.
Well, that was very damning.
It was like, hey, I'm back. And I'd say this to Dan's face. Clearly, I am.
All right, we'll see how the thing goes tonight.
Okay.
So far, we've been operating fine without another producer.
We have.
O'Malley stepped up to the plate. Helped out a whole lot.
A whole lot. He's very good. Very, very much ahead of this show.
We haven't missed a beat.
The only thing this guy could bring is he's an editor and an engineer.
Really?
He does sound bits, clips, writes, and knows wiring and engineering. This all came from Phil Hendry, who he worked with.
Phil Hendry.
Sorry.
So Hendry called the new program director.
Yes.
Instead of calling me.
Well, I believe...
calling Gavin Spittle.
I believe Gavin called...
Gavin.
Yeah.
Calling Gavin Spittle, our new program director, and telling him's going to do nothing for me. That's not going to get him hired.
I know.
I don't know this Gavin yet.
I think Gavin
I don't even know that I'm going to let him stay.
I understand that. Gavin called him, so he was returning the phone call.
Oh, I got it.
That's what happened.
Why did Gavin call?
Because he had seen, he'd asked, who's this guy you talked to, and I gave him his name.
It's none of his business.
Well, I know. He's just there.
I don't want him to know.
He was trying to help.
Tell him to stop being a Snoopy.
He's our boss.
No, he's not.
He's just trying to... All right.
He works here.
He's the program director.
Right.
Okay. He was just being, hey, who'd you run into? Who was it? And I went, it's this guy. And he goes, I know that name.
Okay.
So he said, you want me to check him out? I went, it doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt to have other people check him out.
Well, from now on, if he asks who we're talking to, use the same Italian name.
Nunya.
Thank you.
Okay.
You don't need to know our business.
Okay.
He doesn't.
Well, it's odd for me because I'm not you, and it's real rude for me.
No, it's not.
To say
we're looking at some Dago named Nunya.
I'm not going to say that to my boss.
He's not your boss.
I realize in the scheme of things, he's not. But
let me ask you this.
By title,
if Gavin decided you were going to be fired, who's going to listen to him?
You got a point. That's why he would never make that call.
That makes me laugh just to say it.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, who's he going to go to? He's going to go to Siebert? Kurt Johnson? What's he going to do?
Nothing.
Is he back?
He'll be back tonight.
Go pee on his desk.
No, I'm not.
Come on.
No.
Go ahead.
I like it.
Be the big man.
I don't want to.
Go grunt on something in there.
I'm not going to.
Wipe your butt on something.
I like him.
Take his keyboard, run across the track.
I've only grunted on one program director's door handle in my life.
John Shambi?
You good.
Shambi had it coming. You should have grunted on his hand.
Yeah. I did by proxy.
Go on there and mark your territory.
I don't want to.
Be on his desk and leave a note.
Like him.
Leave a note in it.
No.
Really, you gotta lay the groundwork. You gotta break him in.
You do it.
I don't have to do it. I'm not talking to him. I talked to him once when he goes, be back. I'm going to look for a house because I really want to stay here more than 6 months. When I tell him I'd let him know.
Meanwhile, I go month to month.
Yeah. Perhaps a short-term lease. Don't commit to anything just yet. Don't sign up for any contracts or anything.
Airstream trailer.
Yeah.
Way to go. For a while.
That way you can take it with you.
Yes.
You about ready for news? Sure. It's been about an hour, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so the new guy comes tonight. We'll take a look at him. I kind of want to get this done. We're in the fall book. I want to get moving ahead. Yeah. I don't want to... The only thing I don't like is new radio people. I don't like that.
I understand that feeling, and I told him that. I've sat for an hour and a half and talked to him about it.
I like Dan because he's comfortable. I know he's got his faults and he's got his flaws. All of us do. All of us are hard to get along with at one point or another. We're all idiots in our own way. Dan certainly fits into that.
Okay. Well, the only added benefit is this guy could do production during the show on the fly. He needs something done, he can run in there and do it. Dan could not.
Feed me the producer line again.
Which one? I'm sorry. Help me.
Don't you want somebody that can produce?
Oh, Dan, don't you want somebody that can actually produce?
Dan, he produced A Miserable Life. I just like saying that.
I know.
Dan's family. I don't know this other guy.
I realize that. That's why I told him, I said, it's going to be an odd thing. You've got to vibe in the room. You got to get along with Russ. His chemistry is hard to, I did all those lines. Chemistry is hard to cast. So you come in, if it works or it doesn't, and probably we're going to know in about 15 minutes. I ask him all the questions, trying to trip him up, because everybody's on their best behavior in a job interview for the first 10, 15 minutes.
Did he drink?
He did drink. Beer.
On a job interview?
Well, we were at a bar, and I bought it for him. I asked him. We were at a bar. It wasn't like in here. He won't come up here.
What are you laughing at, Eddie?
You asking if somebody drinks.
What does that mean? I don't drink at a job interview.
Okay.
Why is that funny to you?
It would seem to be a prerequisite.
No, I don't care if he drinks or not.
Yeah.
I mean, was he drinking during the interview?
Oh. Okay.
Hour and a half, he had one beer, yes.
Just one?
One beer.
How many drinks did you have?
2.
2 doubles?
Mm-hmm.
So you had 4.
Yeah.
So we don't even know who this guy is.
Oh, we do. We totally do. It's way below my tolerance level.
So in the course of an hour and a half, you had 4 drinks.
Yeah.
What's he look like?
Not a clue. 28-ish. He's got an earring.
Where's the earring?
One of the ears. I don't know which one. I just noticed he had an earring.
Big one?
No.
Diamond stud?
Little bitty one. Loop, I believe.
Do you use any hip radio phrases?
No, I listened for all
I got
that.
a lot of bits. I like that bit you guys were doing last week. That bit had legs. Let's prop up this bit and run with it.
No. Didn't do any of that. And I warned him. I said, we don't like sticky radio people. That's why
we don't like radio people in general.
At all. So it's tough to find somebody to do this show that gets this show, that can come in and work with Russ, know the chemistry, stay out of the way when you need to, get in the way when we need your help.
Are you stupid?
No. That Phil Hendry, is it? His show was very fast-paced and took a lot of different directions. I asked him, I said, how did it feel? Was it all scripted? He goes, well, it was, but on the fly, he'd go, do this, and I'd have to write out a script real quick on a piece of paper and change directions. I said, well, that's kind of what you'll be doing with Russ. We change directions a lot.
We're not writing anything.
I know, but I'm saying he's capable of doing that. He's capable of doing production.
Is he going to get his feelings hurt if we don't use some of his stuff?
He seemed very humble, very cool. He's tending bar right now. Came here to tend bar with a friend. Help a friend open a bar.
Hi, Craig.
Hey, Russ, wasn't your first contract on a cocktail napkin?
Yes. That doesn't mean I was drinking.
No, but you were in a drinking environment, weren't you?
Yes. That doesn't mean I was
you weren't
drinking.
Drinking either.
It means that Reed and Bob were drinking.
Well, we don't necessarily know that you weren't.
That's not the issue.
True, it's not the issue.
I already had the job. They wanted me. They wanted me more. They needed me more than I needed them. I could have done anything. I could have shot up right in front of them.
True.
But I was drinking. I was drinking. You're right. Yeah, we worked out my first contract on the back of a margarita placemat.
Yeah.
But I liked them. I trusted them both.
They were really great folks.
Just like I told the guys at someplace else.
You tell them.
Never mind.
Okay. You tell them their radios were expensive.
Yeah. So in the first place, you're going to have to drop the price on receivers. Because that's just really retarded. And I said, nothing changes.
Yeah.
You need me. I don't need you. You want me? You take it all. And you shut up. You don't like it? Tough. Go suck some bad milk out of a cat.
Gotcha.
Thank you. All right, you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, so what if we don't like this guy tonight? Do we want Dan back?
If you get a bad vibe on this guy, I'll continue. I have a few other options, and then
what other options?
I have 2 other people that have done radio production. Not as much. I'll show you. I don't know their names off the top of my head.
Okay. Don't be telling this Gavin Spittle anything else. He don't need to know anything that's going on inside this room. That's why I keep the blinds closed.
I won't tell him.
Ain't nobody's business, nothing. Okay. He wants to know something, have him call me at home.
He won't answer. He doesn't have your number. The business office doesn't even have your own number. I'm not sure they have your address because you gave your address as here. They send you stuff, it comes back here. Why is the return address and the send-in address the same on this envelope we send to Russ?
None of your business where I live. More listeners know where I live than people up here that know how to get a hold of me.
That's true.
All right, here we go. Oh, I had one follow me into the driveway again 2 nights ago. The Batmobile. All the way down the alley. I got out. I walked over to the vet, popped the trunk open, pulled out the pump shotgun, and then left. I didn't point at anybody. I just pulled it out. How you follow somebody down a back alley and not expect to get something pointed at you, I don't know.
I mean, would you follow a Dallas Cowboy to his house and expect not to have security jump your ass?
Right. I'm going to have to get a bigger house with a fence around it.
Yeah, maybe.
Which reminds me, I still want to roll Cuban's house.
That poop cannon would be great to shoot something over the fence.
Will toilet paper come out of that? The grunt cannon you shot O'Malley with?
Yeah. I'd have to work with it to figure out the best way to do it, yeah.
All right. Because I got an email from Cuban on my birthday. Just said, happy birthday, I'm out of town.
Nice.
So, I'm guessing he's still gone. And I still owe him one from rolling my house.
Yes. He did a really good job.
Punk.
And his people do it. We'll do it.
Yeah, while he sits in the car. Gonna punk his ass. Get out and roll a house. Be a man. All right, here we go. All right, 437, J.D. Ryan's on live. 105.3.
Brought to us by Expedia.com and Miller Lite.
Expedia.com, making it easy to find the trip you're looking for. Expedia.com. Don't just travel. Travel right. This hour of the Russ Martin Show is brought to you in part by Miller Lite.
And by American Eagle Harley. I will be there on Saturday. Come by and see me in Corinth. It's exit 460. You're north on Stemmons, 35 basically. Get off the Corinth exit and I'll be out there. Awesome Harleys, man. They got the V-Rods, the whole line of XBs and more. I'll be there from 11 to 1. The trial of the well-known Colleyville woman charged with money laundering goes to the jury today. Prosecutors say Karen Casey helped an undercover DEA agent launder thousands of dollars in alleged cocaine proceeds. Agents say they secretly recorded the scheme in her Colleyville spa, La Plaza, which once boasted 16,000 members. Lucchese is the daughter of former Texas Ranger manager Frank Lucchese, says she thought the money was just a loan, had nothing to do with drugs. Speaking of money, the U.S. government's going to roll out the revamped $20 bill this week, backed by some $30 million in marketing campaign to alert businesses to enlist consumer help in battling counterfeiting. On Thursday, about $19 billion worth of the new watermark, color, security thread, and unframed Andrew Jackson go into distribution. They should be around soon.
Good. I can't wait for you to print one of those.
I can't print any more money.
Good for
I
you.
didn't know printing one with no intention of just...
You knew damn well possessing a counterfeit bill is against the law. You have to prove your intent wasn't to circulate it. How are you going to do that? It was on you.
Well, if I'd given it to a bank or a restaurant or somebody, I could say, okay, now you're busted. You can't get busted for something you haven't done. Just having it, I really didn't know just printing them and having it in your possession was. So you think
having weed, as long as you don't smoke it, is okay?
No, that's different.
Why is it different?
I don't know. It seemed like it's more like
counterfeit money's illegal.
No, but I wasn't. Okay, well,
pot's illegal.
I guess it would.
Whether you do anything with it or not, it's illegal to have. Hold on a second. What is it, Dan?
Elaine on line 6 thinks you're being a little big-headed with driving the Batmobile and expecting not to be followed.
Oh, you're crapping me.
No. And actually, so was Glenn on line 8.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to kill somebody just to prove a point.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
I mean, really.
Oh, they would get your message across.
Yeah. That pump shotgun in somebody's ear. Oh, that's the wrong line. Go ahead, Elaine.
Who do you think you are?
I think I'm somebody who deserves not to be followed into my back driveway.
You know, not everybody in the Dallas-Fort Worth area knows Russ Martin.
You don't follow. Lady. No, hell, you don't get to finish. This is not something where you get to talk all the time. You've talked way too much already.
Do you really?
Go get her.
Call it, run your mouth for half an hour and expect me not to say anything?
It was on like 10 seconds.
It seemed like half an hour.
All right.
Are you still there?
Yeah.
You don't follow anybody into their back driveway. That's the best way I know to get your butt splattered all over the concrete. Try it and see what happens. Follow me into my driveway. Follow me into my driveway. Do it.
You
Lady.
have such a big ego.
Are you really that stupid to where you think it's okay to follow somebody at 2 o'clock in the morning into their back driveway? Are you really, honest to God, that stupid?
You know,
are you really that stupid? Tell me!
It's too bad that your big ego...
I got no time for you. I don't know how Mark Davis does it.
I know. Not like this. I promise you.
I'd lose my mind if I had to be nice to people.
Did we try 10 minutes?
No.
And we never even tried it. 10 minutes of just idiots like that. The problem is you can't get 10 minutes of like Ronnies and people like that. It's got to be 10 minutes of nutbags.
Let me try on this next guy.
Okay.
I'll give it a shot. Wait a minute. Right. Start the time.
Find a happy place.
Dan Lewis in a corn cob outfit.
There we go.
Okay. I'm in a happy place.
Think Foundation Repair commercials.
Yeah.
Now Mark Davis.
All right. Okay, here we go. Hi, Glenn.
Hi, Russ.
Yes.
Hey, man, I ain't condoning anybody following you, but you do have a damn Batmobile, man.
Oh, I expect to be followed, and I certainly expect for people to stop when they look at it. I'm cool with that. Once I pull into a residential area and then I go into the back alley,
yeah,
to me, that would be the point to where a normal person would stop, because at that point you know somebody's going home, and you don't follow somebody at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning into a dark alley and then into their driveway. You just
doing
don't.
At 2 or 3 in the morning?
Drinking and driving.
It's none of your business what he was doing.
Okay.
Fact is, there's home burglaries and robberies that happen that way every day.
But that's what I was doing. I was plowed out of my mind driving a Batmobile. Really fast, too.
Were you turning the siren on?
It's a Batmobile.
What's the matter with you?
No, I was just coming home from Three Forks, and it's like, follow me all the way down the tollway.
Do you have your own special table there with a little plaque above it?
I should. As much free stuff as they get. Of course,
I was going to say, you got some groupies hanging out at the bar with you?
No.
No?
But now, now they're advertising. Have you heard the spot with Dale Wamstadt?
Dear Lord, have I.
He's a good guy. I like him.
Sure he is.
But please, dude.
Well, I'm sure you're bringing some good business out there for him.
Yeah. Oh, every time I go in, somebody stops by. I heard their free spot on the radio. All right. Thanks, Glenn.
All right, guys.
How long did I get?
Minute 20 so far. You're still on a roll. You haven't been ugly yet.
Well, he wasn't being an ass.
Okay.
The Elaine chick would have been hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an ego thing. Somebody follow me into my driveway. That's just stupid.
Stupid to follow anybody.
And it could be somebody. First of all, I don't know their intent. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they want. It could be somebody that hates me, and there's plenty of them. They could go, hey, it's the Batmobile. I know it's that jackass. I'm going to follow him home.
Absolutely.
So that's got nothing to do with ego. Lousy skank. She called back? What?
You can't call him a lousy skank.
Oh, I thought I was done.
149.
Is she back? All right. I'll try it again. I'll try it with Elaine. All right. Dan in the corn cob outfit.
Sitting in butter.
Yeah. All right. It's kind of rotating.
Slowly turning.
Yeah. Maybe that's what we do. Every week we dress him up like a 7-Eleven food.
I like that.
Where was I? Okay. Go ahead, Elaine.
Hey.
Happy to have you back on the show.
Well, I'm happy to be here. You know
Thank
what?
you.
I'm looking at the internet at the picture of Randy, the Master Blaster.
Mm-hmm.
Well, his package sure looks bigger than yours.
Probably is. I think he's supposed to be. Well, yeah, in fact, I know it is because he always runs around showing people.
Showing it, yeah.
Well, it's just too bad with your big ego that you don't have a big, what, to match your big ego.
I don't understand why an ego and a penis size would have to coincide.
Well, I would have thought by your big ego you would have had a bigger one. But
an ego has nothing to do with your. I'm sorry to disagree, but your ego has nothing. You stinking!
36 seconds. Really only about 4 of actual in your face. Silence.
I killed myself.
Yes, I know.
I had to do 3 hours every day like Mark Davis does.
Every day.
Really nice. And having to come up, use that actual phrase.
Yeah.
We'll have to agree to disagree.
He does that at least once, twice a day. Because somebody will come up and say something totally stupid. And instead of cutting them off going, well, obviously you're an idiot. Well, here's what I'm thinking, and that's not what I said. Let me explain what I said. Can I explain? May I explain what will you stop? We can explain it. You just want to go, shut him up, Mark. God, turn it off. Sir, may I explain what I said?
Mark Davis could if he left radio, to go and be a therapist because he wants everybody to leave like they got their point across, and each person was enriched from that conversation, which is an absolute pile of steaming dog. It's absurd. Not every time when two people come together should both of you be enriched. One person has to know how stupid they are, and they should go away feeling worthless. When's Dan coming back?
As soon as we get the costume, according to him.
You can't. You can't. Yeah, you can't. And her argument, that's absurd. First of all, well, Randy does have a bigger package. But also those shorts that they wear, they're made really big there in the front where the crotch is. I mean, you'd have to be a donkey really to fill all of that up. It just looks big. But his is bigger than mine.
And mine.
Well, don't we sound queer?
I don't care. It's not my fault. You can't go in there without them showing it. And if they don't have it out, they got pictures.
Put her through if she calls back again. I'm ready to try again. I think I can come to to a happy place with Elaine.
In between spot.
Yes.
Meeting of the minds. Okay. I'm going to continue.
How are we doing? Do we? How long has it been since we...
25 minutes.
Is it? Yeah. All right. Did you get to any stories?
Yeah, we did 3 or 4.
All right, maybe we'll come back and do some more. All right. We'll be back.
Good.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show on Live 10.
What kind of argument is that? Your ego and your penis size. At least have some type of logic or have some place that you're going with a stupid argument. That doesn't even mean anything.
She's ignorant. She was trying to get you stirred up.
Well, at least have some kind of point. Have a reason for calling. Saying you got a small penis, you think with an ego like that you'd have a big penis. The two don't even coincide. How do you argue with something like that? Is she back? Hit the timer.
Oh, no.
I'll kill you!
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show. Email us during the show. Use studio@russmartin.com.
All right. Yeah. She called back? All right, I'll try it again.
Okay. Got a few minutes to relax.
Yeah. We laughed during the break.
Right.
Eddie showed me his lips.
Quit.
I wish we could tell the story behind that.
No, we can't. I don't think you can allude to it.
How about we think there are people in this building that would use their sexuality to keep their job.
Okay.
How about that?
That's good. You stop right there. You're okay.
And then Eddie said,
no.
He goes, I don't know that this person would actually have sex with somebody to keep their job, but they might show you their lips.
That's what happened.
See? Mm-hmm. I have no idea who I'm talking about.
None.
Want a hint?
No. No.
All right. Here we go.
All right.
We'll be talking with Elaine.
Here we go. It's 5 o'clock. Now back to Mark Davis on WBAP Night Radio.
We're in Dallas. Elaine, you're on WBAP.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Elaine.
Hello, Russ.
Yes.
Are you afraid to talk to me?
No, ma'am. I enjoy talking to you.
You keep hanging up.
And you know what? Something I would point out is I don't have to answer the phone. I don't have to take phone calls.
Well, I don't have to call you.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is if I was afraid of you, all I had to do was just ignore you and leave you on hold.
Oh. well,
which
you know
means
what?
by
You're
me
making
picking
me
up the phone, lady, by me picking up the phone means I wanted to have a conversation with you.
Well, you know what my original point was?
No, I don't.
Okay. Not everybody knows Russ Martin drives the Batmobile.
I understand that.
They might think that Adam West was driving the Batmobile down the alley.
Okay, but here's my point. I don't know what their intent is. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know why they're following me.
Well,
and you don't follow somebody into their own driveway at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. That's the point I was trying to make. It has nothing to do with ego. I'm just saying common sense would dictate you don't do that. That's a very dangerous and unwise thing to do.
Okay, I am so sorry. I did not realize it was 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And I've got to go. You're making me late. I should have left work like 5 minutes ago.
What do you do for a living?
None of your business.
I was just curious. You sound like a nice lady. I'm sure it's an upscale job. Are you in management?
None of your business.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry if I was being offensive by asking you your job.
Well, I love you, Russ.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
Go wash your ass before you leave the house.
Stop it. 129.
Did you cut me off the ass part?
Yes.
I don't think that was constructive.
It wasn't. Mark Davis wouldn't say that.
Yes, he would.
No, he would never say wash your ass. Never. Mm-mm.
So I got 129.
129 is pretty good.
I can't do 10 minutes.
That was good. And she was confrontive a couple times, and you maintained your cool. And she was a little snotty at the end, and
she turned around, though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, during the day, I wouldn't be as wiggy about it. 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. After dark, I think that's pretty ballsy to follow somebody home.
It doesn't matter who you are. You don't follow somebody down an alley. I mean, cops say it all the time. It's every week. Home invasion robberies, driveway, carjackings. Right. Much less the Batmobile. Much less, I don't care if it was, like she said, Adam West. You wouldn't follow him either. You just don't follow somebody down an alley.
Okay. Go ahead. We can do some more news.
More news, okay.
We didn't really do anything last time.
A couple of them. Okay. The Texas chapter of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People has... That's what it's called.
NAACF.
Colored has passed a resolution criticizing Dillard's Incorporated for allegedly the racial profiling, basically. The Texas NAACP said Saturday that the resolution includes demands that Dillard's stops racial profiling. In the past, Dillard's has said it's not responsible for the actions of its officers. In a Texas case, the company agreed to pay an undisclosed amount to the family of a black customer who died after being beaten and hogtied in a store while he was being arrested. Firewalking is getting more and more popular, and an organization in California, the Firewalking Institute of Research and Education, actually certifies firewalking instructors. Some 800 people across the country have now become teachers. Typical firewalk, a practice believed to precede written history, begins with a participant breaking a board and ends with them walking across a path of burning embers. In between, plenty of talk about conquering fears and such. The thought is that if people can walk on fire, they believe they can accomplish anything. Practitioners of firewalking say it helps those who are frozen by fear, whether it be a relationship or a career, if they find fulfillment in their lives. The explanation for why firewalkers rarely burn their feet is it appears to be skill and timing. Some believe the ash from the burning wood protects the feet from the fire. Others say firewalkers wet their feet first, giving them protective cover. Another theory is that firewalkers move across the coal fast enough to avoid burning their feet.
Well, isn't that defeating the whole purpose of doing it? It's supposed to be mind over body. So if you're doing all these other things to protect yourself, you're not really using your mind. You're using water or the ash or time to do it instead of actually conquering your fear.
Those are just the theories. No one really knows. Those are just the theories of why it works.
Did I ever do that? I was going to, wasn't I?
Yes. That's how we got the Weber grill that we ended up using on Trey's head for something.
Oh, yeah, to heat up the charcoal.
Right. Several podiatrists contacted for this story had no medical explanation for the phenomenon, and none had seen any firewalking patients either. Dr. Tim Runyon, a podiatrist for 26 years, suggested it might be the skin of the feet is twice as thick as the skin on the rest of the body. To Moroccan.
Hang on a second. I'm thinking if I want to try this or not.
Well, I would suggest getting some. Since there's only 800 people in the country that teach it, I would say it's not something we just go out in the front yard and do.
Eddie found something on the internet about it.
Great.
Didn't you, Eddie?
Yep. Actually, Penn and Teller have a website, and they tell you how to firewalk.
See?
Okay.
Is it easy?
Yeah, it was pretty much what he said. You just let it burn, spread it out evenly, and then let it burn for quite a while so that the ash is on top, and make sure you walk really fast.
Does it say how long the ashes need to be? 10 feet, 12 feet, 8 feet?
That was just kind of whatever you wanted to use. I mean, we were going to go with a 6-foot walk.
I don't think I could do it. If Anthony Robbins does it, doesn't he do that at the beginning of all the seminars?
He does it at the end of the seminars. That's how they wrap up the weekend. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I believe. And then at the end of the seminar, they bring everybody out and everybody gets to walk over it. The cold.
These things last an entire weekend?
Oh, yeah. Start Friday afternoon, you go all day Saturday, and wrap up Sunday afternoon.
What does he talk about for 3 days?
Everything. Nutrition, the way you think about yourself, the way you breathe, just the way, everything in your life, or organization, things like that.
You ever been to one?
I've been to what's called the pre-seminar, not the full-blown 3-day thing. He'll have a seminar that'll last like half a day. And then if you're interested, you can buy the materials, go home and listen to the tapes, or you can sign up for the full seminar. But yeah, it's very many people are all...
Have you ever met anybody that's gone through the entire thing?
No.
I'm just wondering if there's anything to it. Obviously, there's something. He keeps making money off of it.
Yeah, it's $300-400, I think, for the 3 days. And he packs them every time.
Yeah, I know the last time he was here, he was down at whatever it is near downtown Dallas, and traffic horrible all the way around.
It's insane.
Market Hall or I don't know what it was.
He sells his tapes, and those are things you can pop in as kind of refreshers from time to time. You know, the one on nutrition. Listen again.
All right, bring some charcoal up tomorrow.
Oh, God.
I'll firewalk.
Okay, I think we need to do a little study before you do it, but okay. All right.
I got it handled.
All right. 2 Moroccan schoolboys were injured when their female teacher threw them out of a first-floor classroom window for being too noisy.
Stop, go to the next story.
Why?
Nothing. That's plenty.
Okay.
Kids were being noisy. Did she throw them out the window?
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
Like how the official, the Casablanca official, they did not listen. They should have listened. She suffered from depression. that was the official comment from the police. She suffers from depression. According to AskMen.com, here are 10 types of women you need to avoid if you're in the dating world. The leech. First, number 10. This type of woman insists that you spend every waking moment with her, refusing to let you go out with the boys or spend any significant amount of time with anyone else.
Joy.
It's not Joy.
What?
That's not Joy.
I didn't say anything about Joy.
You did. Joy.
I'm sorry that's what you got out of it. I'm just clearing my throat.
I spend Monday through Thursday with the boys or doing anything else.
No,
Friday,
you spend
Saturday.
Monday, you spend all week working.
In the evenings, we go and do stuff.
Very seldom. And when we do, you got to lie about it. Read that one again.
No.
Read the leech part. Read it.
The type of woman insists you spend every waking moment with her, refusing to let you go out with the boys or spend any significant amount of time with anyone else.
Thank you.
Number 9.
Who is that?
It's not Joy.
It is her.
On the weekends, we spend time together.
She wants you to spend all the time, all your free. You even said yesterday, if she had her way, you'd get off work at 7. Cut the promo that runs the rest of the day, promoting the show. You go home and you'd sit there. And you'd sit there until the next day you came back to work. And then on Friday night you guys would get together. And then Sunday, and then Saturday, and then Sunday she'd go back home.
Mm-hmm. That's normal.
That would be her perfect week for you. You don't go anywhere, you don't do anything, and you certainly don't frequent any tapas bars or places with alcohol. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? At the leech.
She's not every minute, though.
That's what she wants.
I know. All right, number 9. The stage hog, whether you're with friends, family, or even the dog, she always wants to be the center of everyone's attention. Talking excessively loud, wild gesturing, telling unbelievable stories just to capture everyone's attention, or wearing excessively provocative outfits.
Joy.
No, she's not the center of attention. She was not.
Provocative outfits.
Well, like for instance, Saturday night,
you made her dress down for that event. In fact, I noticed this is one of the few times we've gone out, her great big fake yams weren't hanging out. Isn't that funny? How damn strange. How weird.
That's the way it is.
Almost curious.
No, it's just the way it is. Number 8, the gold digger.
That's the way what is?
That's just the way I wanted that evening to turn out. I didn't want her there to begin with, and she was going to be there. I asked her nicely. I didn't tell her. I asked her nicely.
So you like it the other times when she's dressed with her yams hanging out?
If I'm just going out with her, I don't mind how she dresses. I don't tell her how to dress.
Obviously you do. You told her how to dress Saturday.
Saturday night, I requested that she dress down a little bit, as well as for your birthday party on Friday.
Yeah, you're right. She didn't dress.
Blue jeans and a white T-shirt.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. How very strange.
Mm-hmm. Number 8 is the gold digger.
The what?
Gold digger. Unfortunately, you usually see this type coming from miles away. She compliments on you on your expensive watch. She asks you what kind of car you drive, what you do for a living, where you live, and so on. Regardless of your financial situation, run the other way.
Yeah, the last chick I was going to take out was one of those.
Absolutely.
Do you know who it is?
That sales chick? Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Probably the worst one of those I've ever seen. She didn't even attempt to hide it.
We were supposed to go and have lunch on a Sunday. And I got up that morning, and I want to go. I thought, you know what, if she's not here exactly at 1 o'clock, I'm leaving. I'll just get out of the house. Even if she's 3 or 4 minutes late, I'll already be gone.
Right.
1 o'clock comes, she don't show up, she don't call, she doesn't do anything. And now I'm pissed off, even though I was going to leave. And I hear from her like at 7 o'clock that night, well, something happened and I had to go to the hospital and they don't allow cell phones in there, so I couldn't call. I'm sorry, can we still go out? Mm-mm. But she is. She's the epitome of gold diggers. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure the only reason she wants to go out with me is because she thinks I'm going to spend money on her.
Your cash. Well, that one time you guys did end up going out, she's the one that ordered that sake at $9 a shot or whatever it was.
Again. And when I can't believe I was going to take her out again. She seemed, for some reason, she seemed nice.
Hot.
Yeah, that's what it was. She's hot. Great big fake cans.
Yeah.
She looks like a young Jane Seymour. She's just a
long hair, little waist.
She's a piece of ass. But yeah, when she said, when I went, no more sake for you, that's $9 a thing. Oh, you got it. You should have masked your face right on the hibachi grill.
Can you imagine being married to that, though? I ordered that couch from Europe. You got it.
I ordered some more stuff to go with it. Good. Give me something to put on top of your grave.
Stop. Number 7, Mother Goose.
Oh, and the other one, the yappy chick that's always looking for, I call them Chihuahua chicks. Okay. They're always yapping, looking for attention.
Yeah.
That was like the number 2 on your list.
Right.
Dated a chick like that. Anytime we get together with a bunch of friends, she would always tell Hollywood stories. Which is movies, extras, modeling, always stuff like that.
Look at me. Here's what I did.
She was there when they were filming The Fugitive. Talked about the great big train wreck. She was there. Went through the whole story. Talked about when she worked on the movie The Chase with Charlie Sheen.
Mm-hmm.
So on and on and on.
That's when they dated Dweezil?
Weasel Zappa?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't treat me good. Weasel would never treat me like this.
God. What do you think that's going to accomplish? You're going to go, oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I'll be much nicer. I'd like to be more like Dweezil. Not have a career.
I want to go on Daddy's name. I'll let my eyebrows grow together, and I'll go and I'll set tile. How about that? I'll fall in the family business. You be happy with that?
No.
Sleep in that great big house. She'd tell Frank Zappa stories, hanging out with Frank Zappa in the house, dating Dweezil and hanging out with Jupiter
Moon
Box.
Unit.
That. Hanging out with Moon Unit.
Well, obviously he got fed up with her crap too. They weren't dating anymore.
No.
Yeah.
He was on TV during an interview one day, and that's when I found out that she used to date him. Can we not watch that? Oh, I know what it was. He was in some futuristic movie. Mick Fleetwood, they're at the beginning of it. It's some kind of...
Running Man.
That's what it was. It was Running Man. He was in one of the beginning scenes.
Oh.
She didn't want to watch that because Dweezil was in it.
So obviously they left on bad terms.
Good. I still remember this to the day. We're driving up 35. I'm getting ready to take her home, pass her right in front of Tilton Center, and she wants to get out of the truck. And she goes to open the door. I went, get out. Because, you know, they like to threaten.
Oh, sure.
I'm going to get out of the truck. Get out. She turned up the radio and kept driving. I mean it. So do I. And would you hurry up and get out, close the door? I'm listening to this song. Should have stopped right there.
Mm-hmm. How much later did you date her?
Year.
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
The Mother Goose is number 7. If your girlfriend constantly fixes your hair, tucks in your shirt, you're the victim of a Mother Goose. Although she may have good intentions and be great in many other ways, her motherly instincts eventually will make you nuts.
You know what? I'm not always a big deal. I don't have a big deal with that. You know, if they've got some kind of
motherly instinct.
Yeah. I like that.
Do you?
Yeah. Just the
oh, your hair's out. Let me get that.
I'm all right. What do you call it? Not doting on somebody?
Yeah.
I kind of like that. Straighten me out. I mean, if it's excessive, or she says, don't wear that because you look stupid.
That looks, I hate that shirt on you.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Or we got to go buy you new clothes because I don't like the way you dress. That ain't going to happen.
Oh, L.A. Lamont.
Yeah, L.A. wanted me to dress a certain way, and she didn't think the Firebird, that's not the kind of car you need to be driving. Mm-hmm. The only upside of that was she wanted to buy me whatever it was that she wanted me to have.
Yeah.
And that wasn't going to happen either, because I'm not going to drive a car where she had to...
No.
A bunch of those.
Yes, I understand. Yeah, that would be an odd vehicle to drive.
Yeah. To get some BMW.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Number 6, the motor mouth. This type chatters incessantly about every topic that crosses her mind, no matter how mundane or unimportant it may be. Once again, L.A. Lamont. Number 5, the princess. Princess is one high-maintenance chick. If she breaks a nail, she expects you to drop everything immediately and drive her to the nail salon. There's no way that she'll go to a pub and have a beer and watch the game. Only the trendiest venues will do.
Never had one of those.
You would have if you'd dated that sales chick. She's very much the princess.
Yeah, she likes to go to Sapango.
Sapango, sit with her buddies and drink champagne on Sunday.
Big name dropper.
Yeah. When she knows where she goes.
Oh, I know Rick Stein over at Three Forks. So I mentioned that to Rick.
And?
I'd rather not say.
Okay. Number 4, the weeper. Remember Seinfeld episode where Jerry's girlfriend cried like a baby when she dropped her hot dog and didn't shed a tear when her grandmother died?
Didn't do what, a tear?
Didn't shed a tear.
That's not what you said.
Didn't shed a tear.
That is not what you said. Eddie, go pull the audio.
The weeper is definitely over-emotional, breaking down in tears when anything bad happens. And we got only 3 left. The bimbo, we've all had one of these. Although she's beautiful and she has a hot body, the conversations aren't exactly stimulating. If you're dying to tell your girlfriend, just you smile and nod every time she tries to tell you something. Yes.
Wait, go back to that one, because I think I'm there now.
The bimbo? You're not either.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah.
She is sharp.
The model chick?
I've talked to her. She didn't seem bimbo-ish.
Did she seem smart?
I didn't talk to her long enough to know. Remember, I only sat there while you went to the bathroom just to keep the table warm. You've spent obviously much more time talking to her than I have.
Read that one again.
Although she's beautiful and has a hot body, the conversations aren't exactly stimulating. If you're dying to tell your girlfriend to just smile and nod every time she attempts to open her mouth, you're probably dating a bimbo. You don't have deep conversations with her?
Can't.
Why? She's not. She seems smart. She got a great job.
So?
I'm just saying, normally chicks like that have it going on.
And the other thing is she is heavily into sports.
Oh, is she?
I mean, heavily. She,
What? She's dated...
No.
Oh.
No. Never mind.
What? Tell me.
I don't want to say that.
Why?
Never say.
She plays sports?
No.
She likes to watch them.
When she left my house Sunday morning.
Yes, I knew that. Everybody knows now.
I never said she spent the night.
Slept over.
Did I say she slept over? Oh, I did.
Yeah. You said she slept over and she refused you having sex.
Oh, yeah. That's all right. She had to fall asleep at one point.
Did you...
Right in the correct.
Am I sticky? I don't know, dog. I don't know. Do you guys have a conversation about kids?
No. Why were we here? No, we just met.
Okay.
Do I look like Dover? You mean, what's a chick thing? I mean, what's a kid thing?
You're in a car with George, the limo guy. He heard you talking about the fact that you've had a vasectomy turn. She said, that's okay, we can adopt. That's what George tells me.
Oh, George did?
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I don't remember that conversation because that was at the end, a long LeBaron night, so I couldn't tell you what we talked about on the way home.
Okay.
I do remember giving George a $100 tip.
Yeah.
Which ain't going to happen again.
Stop. It's just George.
I believe conversations that go on inside of a limousine should be private.
Yeah. George didn't want to bust your chops, that's all.
Oh, he did.
Didn't tell me anything else. Number 2 and number 1. Number 2,
Did I mention the transmission fell out of the limo on the way home?
It did not. No, it didn't. The master debater, this chick has made it her hobby to argue about absolutely everything. I know one of these. In particular, she has mastered the technique of bringing up topics and past arguments that are completely unrelated to the issue at hand. Now you can sneeze. the more you try to tell her,
Joy.
The more you try to tell her that her sense of logic is out of whack, the more she'll argue. She may try to make you feel guilty about everything you do, even situations you have no control over. Anyway, and number 1, the chronic cheater, because that speaks for itself.
Okay.
There's the news and wrap it up.
Do you have anything else?
Nope. News and information. I'm J.D. Ryan, live 105.3, The Talk That Rocks, Texas.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
I like big trucks and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny that when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you baby got back. Baby got back. Yeah, baby. When it comes to females, baby got back.
All right, let's do traffic here. Hi, Gail.
Hi, Russ.
What do you got?
Advanced Laser, Tie Lock, Enjoy Internet.
All right, your out cue is JOI.net.
For the best in laser hair removal and skin rejuvenation, visit Advanced Laser Clinics. For a location near you, call 866-54-LASER. That's 866-54-LASER. It's not LASIK, it's Intra-LASIK. Come and discover the Tie Lock advantage this Tuesday evening at our free Intra-LASIK seminar at the Tie Lock Eye Care and Laser Center. Call 972-258-6400 to attend. Joy.net. Quality internet for $6.95 a month. It's fast, reliable, and secure. Internet with no advertising, just clean, straightforward service. Go to www.getjoi.net.
The freeway problems in Dallas have squared away. We're in pretty good shape if you can tolerate normal slowdowns. There is a wreck on northbound Greenville at Royal in the left lane, and that's a real busy area by the park. In Fort Worth, there's a crash westbound the I-30, the West Freeway at University. It's off through the right shoulder now, so the traffic is unwinding. And this also brought to you by Allstate Insurance Company. Contact Allstate today for your auto insurance needs. Just call 1-800-ALLSTATE. See your local Allstate agent or visit allstate.com. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Gail Lightfoot on Live 105.3, The Talk That Rocks, Texas.
All right, thank you, Gail. 61 for the low tonight, partly sunny, 80 tomorrow, 82 degrees, all right. And now at Live 105.3, The Talk That Rocks, Texas.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Jason?
Yeah, I was just calling to say that list of 10 girls that JD just read out, I think he successfully eliminated every single woman in the world for guys to date.
Nah, not all chicks are like that.
Out of those 10? I don't know, I guess maybe just the ones I've dated have been...
Well, I mean, each one of them's going to have one of those qualities, but... Yeah, you're right. Eliminated everybody. Nah, the chick that I was dating about a year ago,
right?
She was, thanks, Jason. She was as close to being normal as possible.
I was going to say, I'm trying to think of any of these things that she did. She wasn't a leech.
Nope.
Wasn't a stage hog. Mm-mm. Gold digger.
No. Okay. Why'd you bring that up?
Mother Goose. I don't know. I just wondered if the money thing in the house and all had any kind of an effect. She's trying to raise a kid. I mean, you know.
No. If it did...
It wasn't obvious.
Yeah, this wouldn't be a struggle.
Okay. Mother Goose.
She has a problem with me in the show.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Mother Goose, she is kind of, but I like that. Okay. She was the one that helped me decorate the house. She'd look at stuff and I'd look at something that I liked and she goes, Not, no, you can't have it, just her opinion on it. I'd get it anyway, because I'm the one paying for it. It's my house. You ain't living there.
I know.
But I mean, as you walk through the house, she decorated most of it. She did a fine job.
I agree. And your dishes, you guys bought those together, right?
No, I bought them. She was there when I bought them.
Okay.
Yeah, she talked me into that. Well, you know what? We're buying those, what do you call those? The china, the fine china. Between the china and the crystal, I get home, $2,200 later. I went, you know what? When it comes, I'll just ship it all back. It sets in the formal dining and sits there. The time goes by and it's too late. I went, screw it. I needed it. Put something in the china cabinet anyway.
I needed it anyway.
Well, I did. I never would have bought it without prodding. Right.
Motor Mouth, she was not. Mm-mm. The Princess, she was not.
Nope.
The Weeper.
No.
Okay. The Bimbo.
Nope.
The Master Debater, argued about everything. And the Chronic Cheater. But you're right.
She was a perfect. She knew exactly how to handle me. If I was having a fit about something, she actually was pretty good at diffusing it. She'd look at me and go, you know what? I'm going to go downstairs. You let me know when your fit's over.
That's good.
So not only did she leave me alone, she didn't take offense at me having a fit about something.
Most chicks, when you're having a fit, they are going to turn it internal. And what have I done? They're mad.
Why is he having a fit around me? Doesn't he know this upsets me? I was putting together the desk for my office, and it's one of those desks that comes in 3,000 pieces. And you look at the exploded version of it. Mm-hmm. When you put it together, I know. You look at it and you go, "There's no way. I got a better chance of building a space shuttle."
Yeah.
So I'm doing that, and you get halfway through it, and you realize you put one thing there, and the drawer was supposed to go first, so you got to go back and disassemble like 3 or 4 different steps. And I mean, I'm having a fit. What are those?
Crickets. Yesterday you wanted to eat some?
Oh, all right. I'll eat those in a minute.
What are those crickets? All right, I'll eat those in a minute. Anyway.
How do we get off on bug eating?
Yesterday, a story about Angelina Jolie.
Oh, that's right.
Digging in.
Are those live?
Yes.
Live crickets? Where'd you get those again?
PetSmart.
PetSmart.
What's the other thing?
Those are mealworms.
Oh, speaking of pets, I got an email I got to ask you about.
What about pets? Okay, go ahead.
PetSmart. Guy has okay, I'll just say it. It sounds stupid. Guy has a dog he wants you to baptize. 6 months old puppy. He says, "You do babies. Would you do my dog?"
Sure. What do I care?
I'm just asking. I'll respond to him and say yes.
Yeah.
You can do a whole baptism like a baby?
Well, they want a baptism or a christening? Christening's when you just hit it with the holy water and do a little cross on their head. So actually
he doesn't know the difference. Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know the difference either.
It's the word that they use.
Oh.
It means the same thing.
Okay. Yeah. Bring the dog up. Okay. I don't care.
All right.
Mealworms. And what do they do with these?
Eat them.
Well, why do they have them at PetSmart?
Oh, those and the crickets both, they feed them to like lizards and birds and stuff like that.
Oh.
Kind of a natural food instead of something prepared.
What is this? What are they packed in?
Sawdust.
So you got to clean them out.
Yeah, you have to wash them off.
Nobody eats. Oh, Lord, dear God. Oh, they're on the counter, too.
Oh, Jesus. Eddie, get them off. Eddie, get them off.
You can eat that. You can't even look at it.
Eddie, get them off. I opened at the top. They scattered everywhere. Gross. Oh, they're moving. I'm not eating those.
Well, what if it was cleaned up and put some chocolate on?
No, they're moving.
They're alive, yeah.
They're up here.
They're still on the board right there.
Pick them up, Eddie.
What, now, wait a minute. Are you
alive?
These are actually their skins right here.
Oh, they're shedding. Great. On top of everything else, you got dead skin in there.
Hold on.
Don't blow it toward me. You have a few.
I don't think I want to eat those.
With the crickets.
Let me see the crickets.
Now, wait a minute. Isn't this some kind of thing where you actually wash them and prepare them? You don't just eat them.
Don't they just eat them?
Yeah.
They don't just grab them out of the yard and pop them in their mouth.
I think you can. Listen, you hear them jump. I hate Dan Lewis. I'd better ride a stick horse.
I didn't say that.
What?
That one cricket said he hated Dan Lewis and would never ride a stick horse.
I didn't hear that. Did you say it?
Yeah. Well, you'd hold it right by the mic.
Oh. I'll eat one of these.
You will not.
So I will.
Okay, Eddie, how do you prepare them? You're surely not feet and antenna and all that. So
I believe you have to pull the back legs off so that you could actually choke on them.
While they're still alive.
People do.
That's sick.
Why do you got to pull the legs off? Couldn't I just chew it up?
I think most people just try to swallow them, and they just assume that you wanted to do that. So,
no.
You don't boil them or clean them anyway? I thought there could be insecticide on those.
No, that's actually why these are sold at pet stores. Is they are completely insecticide free, because if you're feeding them to a tarantula or something like that, you don't want that to kill them.
Okay. Yeah, these are safe.
You go ahead.
When's the guy want to bring up his dog?
To just ask if you'd consider doing it. I thought it was kind of a silly question, but if you say yes, you can probably do it anytime you want to. This is Tuesday. You want them up Friday?
Friday is fine. Why would it be a stupid question? I'm about dogs.
Well, yeah, but it's kind of a serious ceremony you've taken for adult babies.
So? I do it seriously with the babies.
Would you do it for a rabbit? Or a raccoon? Or a rat?
Somebody's pet and they love them. Why not?
You would?
God creatures.
Okay.
Why would I not respect God's creatures? Just like these crickets that I'm going to eat.
Well, this guy, you're going to chomp up and eat.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems kind of disrespectful for the human babies to be put in the same category as a puppy.
Not to me.
Yes, it is.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that something actually has to be able to talk to have any worth.
It didn't say worth. That's not the word I was using. I wasn't saying it didn't have any worth. I'm just saying it's a christening.
Well, to me, it's the same thing.
Well, it's like saying a marriage.
That's because my love is a little bit broader than yours, obviously.
It's like saying
my love encompasses all.
You can't marry a dog. You can't marry 2 dogs because it's not the same as humans.
Yes, you can.
You can't marry 2 dogs.
Have you ever heard of the term animal husbandry?
No, that's not what that is. That's not what that is.
Idiot.
I'm sorry. I feel like such a fool. It's a college course I didn't even know.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yes, Mike?
Yeah, Russell. I saw you out at your little party on Friday night at that treehouse place.
Mm-hmm.
I was outside your velvet rope, like I don't know why you even had that. But JD and O'Malley, I talked to them. They wouldn't let me in. Anyway, I saw your date there. And, man, I don't even know what she sees in you.
Why were you trying to get in? It was a private party.
So? It's a free country, though.
No, it's a private party. Private property. Free country, private property. See the difference?
Anyway.
Do you remember this guy?
No, no.
No. Go ahead.
Man, I don't even know what she sees in you, man. You don't deserve a beautiful woman like that.
Obviously, I do. I have one.
No.
You have several.
Yes, I have many. More than you. You don't have any because you stink.
It's different whenever you're honest about it and they really know who you are. She has no idea. Does she even listen to your show? Does she know how you treat women?
No. You don't know how I treat women off the air. This could all be an act. You don't know.
I've seen you out of places.
So you know how I treat women?
I know what I've seen.
What have you seen?
I've seen you out at different bars and different places.
You seem to know where I go a lot.
Are
you following me?
Recently.
Are you secretly in love with me?
Well, no, I just happened to...
Yeah, you just happen to be. Isn't it weird that we just happen to be going to the same places? I very seldom go down to Lower Greenville. Is that where that was?
Correct.
Yeah, Lower Greenville, and all of a sudden you happen to be there. Why are you following me? Do you love me?
I'm following you.
Proclaim your love.
I've seen you at the Mercury before, showing your ass.
Okay.
And also out at the mansion, I've seen you before also.
You ain't never seen me at the mansion. I was there one time with Jesse James.
Uh-huh. I was there.
No, you weren't.
How do you know?
Because you weren't.
Okay.
In fact, all the places you've named that I've gone, I've talked about on the air. And nobody remembers seeing you. What's your purpose? What's your point? I don't deserve a hot chick?
Oh, no, not if you're going to... She doesn't really know who you are.
Well, you know what? How about you let her make that decision on what she deserves and what she doesn't deserve? That ain't your call. Stop being a jealous little punk.
Man, you shouldn't misrepresent yourself to women like that.
How do I what do I do? You don't know what I'm telling women.
Man. Well, she's going out with you, so, I mean, obviously you're misrepresenting yourself. I mean, you're not really a nice guy. I mean, everybody knows that.
I am adorable.
Just because you got a couple of old links.
What is your problem? Because you didn't get into a private party with
everybody's pissed off because you guys wouldn't let him in.
Well, it was a roped-off area. And
it's a private party, and he's going, well, it's a free country. He's pissed off because he couldn't get in. Had he gotten in, this would be a whole different phone call. Mm-hmm. Hey, it was cool hanging out with you guys. Thanks for letting me in the party. You know what? Had I known you were there, I'd have been fine with you coming in.
Well, I didn't have my mullet stamp, so you probably wouldn't have let me in anyway.
You would have been welcome. You would have been welcome regardless.
Anyway, I don't think she deserves to be with you.
Well, she probably doesn't deserve to be with me.
Well, yeah, because she doesn't need to protect herself.
It means I'm a catch.
Oh, I see.
Yes, you're absolutely right. She doesn't deserve to be with me. Thanks for pointing that out. Hey, I'm going to be out tonight. Do you want me to wait on you?
Or
is it easier just to follow me?
Maybe I'll follow you.
Stop following me around. You know what? If this is some kind of gay thing, knock it off. I got enough problems with big gay Steven. I don't need two guys wanting my crank. Although I think you would find it quite delicious.
Maybe he'd be under the cape.
Yeah. I sure like to get under your cape, see what all that business was going on. Okay, Steven sent me an email today. Guess what he's doing?
What's he doing?
Guess.
I have no clue.
Guess some more.
I don't know.
Go on, guess.
He's learning to dance, so you can dance together.
No.
He's, I'm making you a macrame. I don't know.
He is setting up a website.
No. Dedicated to?
Me?
No. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he needs to stop.
He's all excited about it. Poems, pictures of me.
He's a very good writer, I will say that.
He's a homo.
I know, but he's still a good writer.
He's a homo.
He's a good writer. Siegfried and Roy are homos.
He came into the studio last night.
Yeah.
I have a surprise.
I heard that. I was doing, what was that all about?
I was in here cleaning up the studio because it looks like Trenholms live here. And I'm cleaning up the studio and wiping things down with Lysol and it's a nice studio. I want it to stay clean.
Beautiful.
I want it to look like that auxiliary studio where all the other shows work out of.
No.
It looks like a gorilla lounge.
Have you seen the floor in there?
I won't go in there. No.
It looks like somebody just purposely took bottles of Coke and just splattered them everywhere. The carpet's stained.
Somebody said they're drawn into the console over there. You know, the wood around it. It's like, dude, if you want to draw into something with an ink pen, why don't you go home and draw on your own TV set?
Yeah.
It's not your stuff. And because it's not your stuff doesn't mean you get treated like crap. That's why I want this studio to look as clean 5 years from now as it did when we walked in here a year ago. And it still does.
Mm-hmm. So you were cleaning up big game.
And I'm on the floor, and I'm running wires underneath here, and I'm just cleaning up. He comes into the door. Thank God I still got the stun gun. I'm down here on the floor underneath the console. He comes in and gets under the console, too.
Yeah.
Hey, Rice! Sounds just like him, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. That was good.
Luckily, Billy the Kid came in right behind him and told him to get the hell out of here.
Jesus.
I have a surprise for you!
I know I heard the little mating call.
Yeah. Then I get the email today. Making a website. My tribute to you.
Do you know the address yet or not?
Yes, I do.
Are we going to give it?
Mm-mm.
All right.
Nope's. He was sad because he couldn't come to LeBaire Saturday night.
Yeah, what was that all about? I really kept watching the stage and watching the door, thinking he'd either, charge in or charge the stage.
At one point when I was on stage Saturday night, I got this flash in my head. I went, I wonder if Gay Stevens out there anywhere. Because with all the chicks around the stage, all the faces just kind of blend together and you just kind of lose.
And you got lights in your eyes and everything else.
Right. I went across my mind for a couple of seconds and then I had so much to do, I just blew it off.
Yeah.
But I had that fear of him being out there.
I tried to watch for him, but I was shooting the video too.
All right, let's see. What do we want to eat? I'm not eating these mealworms.
Oh, those are disgusting.
Those are gross.
Can we let those go? Eddie, can we let them go? Or do you take them out to your house or do something with them?
What, the worms?
Yeah,
throw them in a dumpster.
I just hate to have them die in that little thing, in a container.
Why don't you take them home?
I don't have any place for them. Maybe Eddie has some animals.
I don't believe that you need a large area to raise these mealworms.
I don't. I'm thinking if he lets them go in the country, that they can...
They're worms.
Further.
They're worms. Go throw them in the grass.
They can flourish, have families.
How are they breathing inside this bag?
They just pump enough air in there. You're supposed to take them right home and feed them to something.
Okay.
Why do you care if they're breathing if you're going to feed them to something?
Well, I mean, I guess they got to be alive for something.
Yeah.
All right. So I can get one out. I need to kill it.
Kill it?
I'm not going to eat it alive.
Oh, I thought you were going to eat it alive. I thought that was the... Okay. I thought that was the delicacy. You eat them alive.
Hand me that hammer.
Okay. You're going to squash a hammer.
Hold on. There he goes.
Oh, God! What is that with you?
That was too much.
I thought you were just going to, tap it. You go...
Well, it's my first time whacking crickets.
There's a napkin. Clean that up. Ooh.
I'm going to need some more Lysol. I went through it all last night. Hold on.
I have some here. Here you go. Your brand new can.
Thank you.
Sorry. Comes out sideways.
What's wrong with this?
You're doing it backwards.
Oh. There it is. All right, let's try this again.
Oh, we got more than one.
Huh?
You got chocolate syrup or something to put on them, or you just going to throw them down?
What is that over there?
Caramel.
Yeah, have some caramel.
Okay. There you go.
Is this fat-free?
Yes, it is. It says so.
Where? Oh, yeah, it is.
Fat-free.
See right there in the green? Fat-free. Oh, it's not open. Hold on a second. You want one?
No.
Why not?
I'll puke.
Cover with the caramel?
No.
This will be good.
I just don't think you're supposed to get them out of the bag like that.
That caramel's good.
Is it good?
Have a swig.
Swig of caramel.
On some, Eddie?
That is good.
I bet that's good with Jack.
Never even thought of that.
That and whiskey?
No, never thought of it.
Hold on a second.
Let me guess.
I'll mix it in my mouth. Shut up. That's good.
I don't want any. I can't
do it.
I can't do whiskey. I really can't.
Just a little. With the caramel, it's good. Don't do much. And then swoosh it in your mouth.
Okay.
Whoosh it.
Damn, that is good. I still can't do whiskey straight. That is good.
All right, let me get another cricket out. Drive time and I'm smushing bugs.
And eating them.
I'm not good at this.
Not. Quit it. Just, that's making them.
Maybe if I just shook the bag, it'd make them dizzy.
No.
And I'd eat it then.
You're going to eat a dizzy cricket. Not a dead one. I don't think you can do that.
Let me get another one out.
How many more you got?
3.
There he is.
All right.
Okay.
Got it. Where's it?
Is it dead though? You didn't hit it very hard.
No, it's fine. Either dead or unconscious.
You taking the legs off?
No, I'm going to chew it.
Okay. This is gross.
No, it's not.
It is.
Hang on.
Excuse me.
All right. Oh, it's still moving.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Oh, man, that looks nasty.
Quit! Couple of drops of caramel. Still moving a little bit.
Not much now. Stuck to the paper.
I don't think I killed it.
Apparently not, unless that's just that death spasm
I just
reaction.
kind of knocked it. It's confused. Look, it's got its own little stick horse. All right, you ready?
Yeah, he was in that bag sleeping with his mama. Go ahead.
Here we go.
All right. Oh, you don't. You're not going to do this.
Yes, I am.
You are not.
Here it comes.
I've seen you gag on a dog bone that time you tried to eat dog treats.
Here it comes. You ready?
You ain't going to do it.
Oh, I dropped it.
God. Did it jump?
No. And here we go.
I'm going to puke.
Oh.
Spit that out.
That's not bad.
My stomach is turning.
You want one?
Absolutely, positively not.
Let me mash one for you.
No, I'm not having one. I don't care what you do. No. You got a couple more, you eat them. Oh,
hang on.
I can't believe you did that. Oh.
I hit that one a little hard. You want this one?
No.
Come on.
No, I'm not having one. I'll puke. I will puke. I almost puke watching you eat it. You eat it. No, you go ahead.
Eat it.
I'm not.
It's got the caramel on it.
I'm not. Oh, big selling point. Good. You've already done it. How do you keep that down?
The caramel helps kill the... You know what?
No.
Do it.
I'm not.
Eat me.
Don't eat me. I cannot believe you're doing this.
Here we go. Ready?
Sure. It's the grossest thing you've ever done in your life.
The caramel helps.
Didn't you have a neighbor kid that used to eat bugs?
He ate the June bugs and a locust.
Right off the ground, no caramel.
Huh? No. He was from Pleasant Grove.
I got you.
Didn't have no couth.
I understand.
You don't want one?
No, I cannot.
Got 2 left.
They make me sick just looking at them.
All right, fine. And those mealworms, I ain't touching. I gotta get this crap off the board.
You and Angelina Jolie both eat bugs.
What's this? Set that over there. Okay. We need a break? Okay. Sure you don't want me to mash nothing for you?
Roast me out. No, I'm fine. Thank you very much.
We'll take a break. We'll be back.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show. The 2003 Russ Martin Show police, fire, and military parade posters and DVDs are on sale now at russmartin.com.
All right. Did news about an hour ago?
Yes.
All right. You ready to go?
I am. We're just getting some news stories.
Okay. Dig your stuff up. I'll take this. Go ahead, Walker.
Yeah, hey, boss.
Yes, sir?
JD never can't get you to eat calamari, but you'll eat a cricket.
Calamari's nasty. Just looking at it with its little...
Crickets are better?
Yeah.
All right, man.
And try the, when you get home, if you got any whiskey, try the caramel in the whiskey.
I was going to do that. I'm heading out to a party tomorrow night for my birthday, and so I will be trying that.
Yeah, it's good.
I appreciate it.
Well, have a good birthday.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Bye.
I want some more of that. You want any?
No, it's got too much sugar for me.
That's really good.
It's a new drink. They'll be making them in bars all over town this weekend.
Well, you really got to do it in your mouth.
Yeah. There's a place over in Fort Worth that mixes margaritas in your mouth. You sit like a dentist chair and you lean back and they shoot the tequila. And
that's too much. It's too much all at once. Yes, Adam?
What's up, Russ?
Yeah.
Hey, I used to buy those crickets all the time. I had 2 tree frogs.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to leave them in the bag. And after a couple of days, you could see the parasites jumping off those crickets. They're covered with parasites.
That's all right. I mashed them.
Just wanted you to know.
All right.
Later.
Dang. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Believe me, if it didn't kill that kid when we lived next door to him, it ain't going to do nothing to me.
No.
I'm going to eat something else.
You're on a roll now.
Yeah.
What else we got?
I'm not eating those meal things. Now, what came out on the console, were those actually the worms or just their skin?
Just the shedded skin.
All right, so that wasn't even the live worm.
No.
We still have live worms in there.
Yes.
Dig around in there. Oh, gee, no.
Why can't you?
Those look like maggots.
Yeah, that's exactly what they look like.
Oh. Well, how do people eat those?
There's a lot of people that'll fry them. At that point, they almost taste like popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
Or pork rinds.
You want one?
No.
Oh, come on.
Fried? No, I wouldn't even have it fried.
How about with the caramel on it?
No.
Let's eat one.
I will puke.
Let's eat one.
You do it. I'll puke. It's a worm. Cricket was gross. That's disgusting.
Let's eat it.
No, let's don't.
Take it over here.
Don't smack it with a hammer.
Why not? I'm not eating it alive. It's gross.
You're going to smash it flat and all the
I'm not going to hit it hard.
All the goosh is going to
I got this down.
All right, let me...
Oh. Give me another one.
You don't have it down.
I'm closer.
Quit just smashing these things.
Shush. All right. Oh, give me another one. Now this is hard. This is the way they do cows?
I suppose. You baptize a dog, but these things don't. These are organisms to you. They don't have lives.
These things?
Uh-huh.
Well, actually, it's a little, it's a, no.
This one's white.
Let me see. Ooh, that one's a big fat one. Stick that on there.
I'm making a mess.
I know it. Hold on.
That's better.
There. Perfect. Mooshed it. Ready to have some?
I'm not touching them.
Come on.
I'm not touching them.
Eat it.
Look, my knee. Get away from me.
Eat it.
Get it away from me. You won't eat that.
No, I'm not eating that. Is that Steven? All right. Get ready for this.
Uh-huh.
Yes, Steven?
Hey, honey.
Yes.
How are you, Russ?
I'm fine.
I love you so much, Russ, that I have a little website.
I know.
I have, poems up there. I'm going to put pictures up there. I'm going to get a Batman or a Robin outfit. I'm going to have someone take my picture and put it up there for you.
Good.
So I can be your Robin, okay?
No.
Huh?
I want you to leave me alone.
Russ, but you
I told you last, listen to me. I told you last night, leave me alone.
Russ, remember you let me touch it a little?
No, I didn't.
What's that? You let him touch it?
Please.
I want to come up there because I missed you at La Bear, so I'm going to come up there and let you do a little disco and put $1 in there.
No.
Yes,
no.
Russ.
There will be no dollars near my weenie.
I saw you in your sexy underwear once. I can do it again.
No.
Russ.
Hold on a second. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you this right now.
All right.
I'm just doing this to see how he's going to react. I am not gay in any form or fashion.
I understand that.
Okay?
I totally agree.
He's going to be able to hear it. Nobody else will.
All right.
All right? I just want to hear what he does.
Okay. That's what happens.
Russ?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I love you, Russ.
Let me turn the mics off and you let me know if you can still hear me.
Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. And yours?
Yeah.
I do that. Oh, Russ, that's a good one.
By the way, I'm just kidding. You come up here and I'll kill you.
That's gross to even say.
Yeah, I know it. And he wants to do it.
He'd do it in a heartbeat.
All right. You ready to do news? Sure. Sure you don't want one of these maggots?
No. Oh, you out of your mind.
They're fresh.
I'm just freshly smacked.
All right. 617, J.D. Ryan's on Line 105. I got to stop with this whiskey. I'm getting plowed. Line 105.
All right, thanks. Brought to us by American Eagle Harley. Come out and see me this Saturday. Going to be a big day. It's Corinth. You're going to go north on Stemmons 35 up to exit 460. Can't possibly miss us. It's going to be American Eagle Harley. Check out the awesome Harleys, including the V-Rods and a whole line of XBs. I'll be there 11 to 1. Both Emmitt Smith and the Arizona Cardinals were thrown another loss today. Not in the game, but with Emmitt Smith after Smith was held to negative yardage for the first time in his 14-year career on Sunday. He was diagnosed today with a hairline fracture of his left shoulder blade as well as a separation of the shoulder. He's out indefinitely. It's all but miraculous that entertainer Roy Horn is alive and able to communicate after being bitten in the neck by a 600-pound tiger, according to his doctors today. Horn of the Siegfried and Roy show. That is thrilled Vegas.
Did you see Larry King last night? I sat in the studio after I worked out with Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
And they had anybody you could imagine talking about this thing. They had 6 or 7 different people that worked at is it the Mirage? Yes. From the Mirage. Wayne Newton. Penn from Penn and Teller. Yeah. Whichever one talks, that's the one they had on.
Okay, I think it's Penn, but okay.
You would think some head of state was in the hospital. It's some magician who works with tigers.
Yes, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal to Vegas.
It's only a big deal to Vegas. Vegas means absolutely nothing to me. These guys aren't on TV. They're not in the movies.
Yeah.
You know the name, and that's it. How many people really, of the entire population, have gone to see Siegfried and Roy in Vegas?
You'd probably be amazed, but obviously not millions and millions, but...
Maybe 500,000?
At least, probably.
All right, well, we'll say 1 million.
Okay.
Never been on TV. Mm-hmm. No albums, no music, no nothing.
No.
Just a couple of gay guys playing with cats.
Well, yeah, it's quite a big show, but yeah.
And that was the entire thing of Larry King. All these people, Wayne Newton talking about him. Penn and Teller. The first 3 people they had on from the Mirage. Mm-hmm. Larry goes, all right, what happened? What'd you see? I was outside cleaning up. All right, the next one, talk to some chick. Well, it was my break time. I was outside smoking. Why are these people
even here?
Yeah, why the hell are these people on here? And then they just talked about how the show's been canceled and indefinitely, and they were all told to get their crap out. Mm-hmm. They're given garbage bags, pack your stuff, and get out.
It's amazing. You wonder if any place, anywhere, video will ever emerge.
There is video. The Mirage says they have security video of the attack, but don't plan on seeing it soon.
Yeah.
But it'll be on the internet.
Somebody will leak it.
I'm surprised still photos or something haven't popped up yet. Because, with all these camera phones, everybody's got those.
Yep.
Something will pop. I keep checking search engines every day. Mm-hmm. Haven't found anything yet.
Okay. Basically, Horn of the show. Thrilled to, we've talked about this, whatever. He's still in critical condition. San Francisco's beautiful Golden Gate Bridge, one of the world's #1 spots for marriages.
Oh, suicide.
Very good. #1 place for suicide. Since it opened in 1937, at least 1,200 people have jumped off to their deaths, and that's the only ones we know about. The founder of Victoria's Secret committed suicide off the Golden Gate Bridge, and so does one person almost every, how often do you think? One person every how often jumps off that bridge?
Month?
2 weeks.
Yeah.
The first thought...
Why would you do it that way? Because when you jump off, you get all the way down to think about it.
Yeah. They say here 4 seconds. In fact, they describe what happens here just a couple of seconds.
I'm going to sit down.
The first thought most jumpers have when they get airborne is, I shouldn't be doing this.
That's a good one.
26 people have survived the plunge off the Golden Gate, and many of them are like Kevin Hines, who jumped in September of 2000. He says, my first thought was, what the hell did I just do? I don't want to die. Then there's Kevin Baldwin, a survivor from 1985. He says, quote, I instantly realized that everything in my life I thought was unfixable was totally fixable, except for having jumped. And here's basically what happens to you. Your free fall is for 4 seconds.
Yes.
The jumper hits the water at approximately 75 miles per hour. Ouch. With a force of 15,000 pounds per square inch. 85% of them break ribs, which often splinter apart and stab the spleen, the heart, and the lungs. If you somehow survive the impact, you'll most likely drown under the powerful eddies of the San Francisco Bay. So they've had 26 people survive out of 1,200.
That would be the last way.
Yeah.
I actually set myself on fire would be the last way. It would be the next last way. I would kill myself.
No, it's quick.
It's not quick.
4 seconds of falling.
4 seconds is a long time to think about what's going to happen and what happens if you hit the water and you don't immediately die. They said not everybody dies when they hit the water. You may end up drowning.
If you hit the water feet first at a slight angle, that's your best angle. That's your best chance of survival. But I'd just make sure I hit my head first.
No, jumping off something is not the way to go. You go, well, never mind.
See, I know what you're going to say.
I'm not giving my way. My way's the best.
That's a good way.
Protects the family. Mm-hmm. You just look stupid. Looks like it was an accident. There's no pain. Mm-hmm. It's quick enough. It's done.
Reminds me back to those pictures, not to bring back a bummer, but the pictures of September the 11th, people jumping out of the World Trade Center. You just think, God, man, you just dressed up that morning in that suit to go to work. It's just
carrying
another
your briefcase,
day.
Just another day at work.
And you end up plummeting to your death out of a fear of being burned to death.
Just aware that when your alarm went off at 7:20 that morning, you had no idea you were going to be jumping out of the World Trade Center.
Just look at that video and just frightens me. That couple going down holding hands is the worst. Sorry, didn't mean to bring the show to a grinding halt. No, I didn't. Amber Roth of Cincinnati had multiple sclerosis for 16 years. The disease had left her in a wheelchair, virtually no feeling below the waist.
Is this the chick that had the kid?
Yes.
This is one of the nastiest stories I've seen in weeks.
Well, she still didn't let MS stop her from having sex with her husband. Amber must have figured that menopause was the reason her clothes weren't fitting exactly right and her stomach and back were hurting all the time. That is until Saturday morning. She went to the bathroom, fell on the floor, and as she was getting back into her wheelchair, she heard gurgling noise coming from the toilet. Her husband Thomas came in to help her and says, quote, I noticed something was in the toilet. Oh, my God, it was a baby. 2-pound, 8-ounce baby boy dropped from her mother's stomach basically while she was on the toilet. So a woman with no feeling below the waist gets pregnant, doesn't know it, has a baby in the toilet.
How big is your snatch? You squeeze a kid out, you don't know.
She had no feeling down there, though.
Make no difference.
And she's been in a wheelchair for a long time.
So?
I don't know.
How could you not know you're pregnant?
Well, she's potentially overweight since she can't exercise.
Oh, I saw pictures of her on TV. She looked like a normal chick. You see them, Eddie?
And that's a 2-pound baby. That's not a very big baby. It's probably premature.
I wonder why it came out when she's on the pot.
I don't know. They've all been on her squishing. She realized how hard she was pushing, I guess. I don't know. All right. That's very early. A man from cul-de-sac, Idaho, started up his van. It backfired, sending sparks inside the vehicle, igniting his dog. And one of the passengers smelled the burning fur, let the dog out to put itself out. The dog did. A little stop, drop, roll thing on a bed of dry grass, which started the brush fire. Luckily, firefighters contained it quickly, and the flaming dog was also put out. And I'm not going to read that.
What is it?
It's sad. So
what is it? I don't want to. Just tell me what it is.
The dog died after his muzzle was duct taped shut for several days. His owner got mad at him and wrapped his nose up.
Where was that?
Carneys Point, New Jersey.
Why'd he do it?
They don't say. Disturbing case.
They lock him up?
They don't have him yet. They're looking for him.
Okay.
They had to put the animal down. Let me see here. Oh, Joe Rogan, is it? You might know him from Fear Factor. He's finally basically come out and talking about Dennis Leary and Robin Williams, accusing them of stealing other comics material. He says, quote, Leary stole material from Bill Hicks. It's pretty common knowledge among
Who's Bill Hicks?
I don't know. Another comedian, I guess.
Do you know, Dan?
Yeah, he was a comedian that was around before Dennis Leary, and people that are into comedy seem to think that these are the exact rip.
I like Leary. Robin Williams, I can't stand. Yeah. I like him in the movies.
Right.
I like him in Doubtfire and, what was the other one? Smooch, Death to Smooch. Was that him?
Yeah. But if you actually go back and listen to some of the Bill Hicks' stuff and then listen to Dennis Leary, it's almost dead on.
It's pretty common knowledge among comedians. Williams stole a whole lot of material, too. I've seen comics leave clubs when he walks in. This is
really?
Joe Rogan is saying. Williams is refusing comment to these allegations. Leary, on the other hand, is not. He says if Joe Rogan knows of a way to steal enough material to fill an 8-hour-long special, tell him to let me know so I can stop working my ass off. And if he spent more time worrying about his own career, maybe he'd have a job that doesn't involve watching ex-bartenders eat worms.
You got a good point.
He does.
I like Leary.
Yeah. At least he responded to it.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
I got one more.
Yeah, Scott?
Hey, Russ, my wife and I are kind of plagued by L.A. Lamont, kind of like you are, in the sense that a while back you were saying that she came up with this F my nasty C thing.
Yes.
And she and I were doing it the other night, and she came up with that statement, and it just kind of broke my concentration and busted out laughing.
Yeah. You have to.
I mean, that's just kind of distracting, you know?
Now, was she doing it to be cute?
She said she wasn't. I mean, it was just kind of enthralled in the moment. But what the hell do you do to overcome that?
I don't think any time I've been in the moment, I've never said, S my nasty D. Because if I was a chick, I'd start laughing. Yeah. Just like when L.A. was on top and she was rocking back and forth and she goes, F my nasty C, I lost it. And she got pissed.
Well, you've heard her also. Didn't she actually use that line in a movie?
Yeah, I didn't know this until later. I saw it in the DVD.
So that's probably her big closer.
So that should have been my cue to finish.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I was finished because I don't think I could after that because I started laughing too hard. And then she got really pissed.
Yeah.
Sorry, Scott.
No problem.
All right.
But yeah, I just don't know how to keep him laughing at that. I mean, do you think about something else?
You can't. I don't know. It's just that phrase in itself. First of all, if it's really a nasty C, I shouldn't be in it to begin with.
No.
Yeah, and that's my point exactly. I mean, it's not that, but that phrase just makes you bust out laughing.
Yeah.
I thought chicks didn't like that C word. I thought that was disgusting.
I don't know. And it's just not a great connotation of where I am right now. You know, you might as well throw out, F my yeasty C.
I can't watch any of the videos where the chicks want to talk. I just can't.
No, that's why when I'm looking at porn on the internet and I'm looking at the little 8-second movies, I always click off the sound. I got nothing. I don't want to hear any sound. I don't want to hear any music. I just want to watch what's going on, feel like I'm a voyeur, get my business over with.
Right.
Thanks, Scott.
Hi, sir.
Good luck with her, C.
And one last thing. Who said this?
You did.
No. I'm going to quote somebody else now.
All right.
Weed strengthened my life.
You did.
Weed. I don't smoke dope. I don't.
What did I see you holding at the Kiss Aerosmith concert?
I was holding a cocktail.
You were not. You was holding a blunt.
Somebody handed it to me. I handed it back.
You wouldn't have handed it back had I not screamed at you.
You don't know what I would have done.
Yes, I do.
Suddenly feel like you. You know what I would have done.
You had no business holding that guy's blunt.
The guy held it. He goes, "Hey, Jenny, I love you," and he held it out. At first, I wasn't sure what it was. I grabbed it and went. I looked at it, and maybe 2 or 3 seconds, and you went, "Hey!" You scared the crap out of me. I almost dropped it.
Well, it was loud, and I didn't want you doing anything with it. What if somebody had saw you, and with all those camera phones floating around, that's a really good way to get your picture taken smoking a joint on the internet.
But you know, they'd have to prove what was in it. Could be cigarettes. It could be. You can't arrest somebody for a picture.
All right, good with you.
Weed strengthened my life. It turned me around. Without it, I might have killed someone. Was it? 50
You?
No. 50 Cent, Nick Nolte, Courtney Love, or Mike Tyson? I might have killed someone without weed. Turned my life around.
Nick Nolte.
Nope. Mike Tyson.
Huh. I was close.
Yeah. News and information brought to us by the Hook and Ladder Open 4-Man Scramble for MDA. I'm J.D. Ryan, live 105.3, The Talk That Rocks, Texas.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
What is it? Just an email from the chick that was out there at the club Saturday night that wanted to meet you and get with you and have a date with you. And met Joey and I and just has been emailing back and forth.
She won.
Has she emailed you too, I think? I can't tell.
Which chick?
I don't want to say her name on the air.
All right.
She was that one that was up by the bartender all night, right by the door.
I know which one that was.
White top.
She was waiting there when I came in.
Right. For the whole time. I want to tell you, I really enjoyed meeting you. Oh, this is from you. Okay, so you have talked to her.
Well, I know which one you're talking about.
I think that you're a wonderful person for doing what you did.
Yeah, she wants to go out.
Yes. Thank you, man. Which hot mama was you, is what you said.
Yeah.
I wasn't one of the fat, crazy chicks, nor am I blonde. I was tall, brunette, black miniskirt. We know who she is.
I know. Okay. She wants to go out. Nice.
She tried out for the Mavericks dancers.
Right.
Okay, and you said you remember her.
I was with somebody that night.
I know.
I'm not going out with her.
I told her that. I told her then. Keep me on. Well, I am available, so keep me in mind, even if you ever want to have a hot chick on your arm for any occasion.
Yeah.
Cell number.
She also brought up about doing something on eBay for going out.
This goes on to how about a date? How about you auction yourself off on a date for eBay?
Yeah. Like we're going to get any cash from that.
You might.
A date?
Remember when we went up? We got some money when you and I were at the Bachelor auction. But unfortunately, it's desperate chicks that do that. That bid on guys like that.
Yeah.
We got 2 fat old women.
I mean, for somebody hot, I'd do it.
If they were
maybe be the hottest chick that bid the most.
It's got to be one or the other.
Oh, really? You can bid and you got to stick your picture on there.
Okay, so you get to decide which bid you accept then.
Yeah.
Get highest bid by the hottest chick.
Yeah. It could be like a night out on the town, take the limo out, have George run me around.
I don't think you can.
Actually, I'm not doing anything else with loudmouth George.
Oh, come on. He was just trying
He had no business telling you what Ann and I were talking about in the back seat, especially since I don't remember it.
Okay. He was just trying to be funny. Funny George. So you'd go out on a chick with even if it was a hot chick, you'd go out with her from a eBay date? You'd let yourself get auctioned off?
That's just a date.
Would you have sex with her?
She was hot.
You would.
Yeah.
So technically she is paying you to go out with you to have sex. Essentially.
No. Well, potentially maybe.
Why is that any different than what LA did? Paying someone to go out with them on a date. LA never makes it clear what happens at the end of the night. It's a date.
That's what I'm saying. It's just a date. But if she's hot,
it's the same exact thing LA does.
No, it's not.
Every single guy doesn't.
No, it's not.
Wait, I can't imagine the difference. I'm going to call you. I don't know you. We're going to go out on a date. I'm going to pay you to go out with me. Mm-hmm. The only reason you're going out with me is because I'm giving you cash. Mm-hmm. And then what happens at the end of the night is between us. That's exactly what LA did.
If there's some kind of bond, and here's the difference. You ready?
Yeah. That's what I thought.
I'm not done.
Okay.
I'm just cleaning crickets out of my teeth.
So nasty.
All right. Here's the difference.
Yes.
Wait. The difference is, first of all, this would be somebody local, and there's a chance that we could see each other again. So the relation, it starts out as kind of a radio stunt,
Mm-hmm.
and then we may actually date.
Chances are,
All right, the chances are LA's ever going to date anybody is not going to happen because she goes from city to city to city to city.
It's still the process is the same. Someone's paying you to go out on a date. Money's changing hands. Only reason you're out with that person is not because you like them, not because you know anything about them, because you're being paid to be there, and you potentially end up in bed with them. That's exactly the same thing she did.
What are you calling me?
I'm calling you a whore.
You calling me a whore?
I'm calling you a whore. Someone's paying to go on a date with you.
It's not the same thing.
It's a fantasy date because you're a lot of women's fantasy.
Dying, nobody's fantasy.
Oh, crap.
Maybe some retarded ones.
No, there were hot chicks out there going nuts over you that Saturday night.
There was a married one. I just want. I go back. Her pictures are a few of her pictures on the website, my photo gallery.
Okay. She's the one grabbing your stuff?
No. She's a little brunette.
Okay.
And just something about her look hit me. God,
I think I know which one you're talking about. Left side, it would be on your left, about halfway down the stage. She's about 2 away from a real fat chick.
Let me pull up my.
Because I've seen the video and I stopped and I went, ooh, I bet Russell, that's your type of woman.
Hold on. Photo gallery. Dancing on the bear. Hold on. Wait for it. Hold on. I'll show you really quick. Is she in the crowd shot? No. Wait. No. God, I look good there. I'm a stud. I can play with myself. I look good there, too. There's Valerie. This one.
Yeah.
Is that the one? This one right here, the brunette?
She's got that look you like.
She's just a little honey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if she has a kid.
She's married.
If I knew her name, I'd try and hunt her down.
Forget her kid. She's married.
I don't care.
That's true.
You're married. You
don't care.
You're a married chick. You don't go to some place and take some guy that you don't know and tongue kiss him.
She tongue kissed you. Is that all she did? I know some got in the package. Because you're a whore.
Mm-mm. Yes, Kevin?
Hey, Russ, how are you?
Good.
I just wanted to kind of back you up. You know that difference between your date and LA's date? Yours would be for charity.
That's a difference.
Oh.
Thank you, Kevin.
That's a large bit of difference.
I wasn't even thinking about that.
The process is the same, though.
Well, first of all, the intent is totally different. I'm doing something, God bless you, Kevin. The intent is totally different. I am doing something for benevolent reasons.
Okay, then why, if it's benevolent reasons only, why does it have to be a hot chick? It could be just whoever the highest bidder.
Because I don't want to go out on a date with some dog.
Okay. But if the money is the
issue. If it's my time, I certainly would like to enjoy my evening.
So a fat, ugly chick offers you $2,000 and the hot chick offers you $200, you take the $200.
Right.
Okay.
Where I bet, yes, Rich?
Yeah. Hey, Russ, JD just proved his own point, or proved your point. LA's going out with anyone who has the money.
See, there again.
And Russ is going out with someone who he potentially already has an attraction to. Who just has to be making a contribution.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy.
All right.
Okay.
There's two things.
All right.
One, I'm picky, and I'm not just going out with anything. B, I'm not even keeping the money for myself. It goes back into the Police Fire Foundation or over at Operation Kindness. Everything I've done has gone to a charity because my heart.
Oh. You make me sick. All right, Emmett, go ahead. Tell us about your soccer game. What?
It's right about the radio job. Look, I got a tear going. See it?
Good. Yeah, you did. Pull a mustache hair?
Mm-mm. What was I talking about?
L.A. And you're
yeah, mine's for other people. How dare you?
Want to go with a
How dare you? I'm going to do something on a date to put money back into the foundation to support the families of false.
No. What? But you only wanted to go out with hot chicks because you potentially can do them later.
So?
Then it's not benevolent.
It is.
It's not. It's about getting your thing wet.
So?
Well,
I believe cops and firemen would like for me to get my thing wet, and also that I'm going to have extra money in the foundation to give to their families in case something.
Okay, don't cry. I'm sorry. I take it back. All right, I'm totally wrong. Just seemed the process was the same.
But I have a strong feeling that if we did this, like on the auction site that we've got,
right,
the Hootie Hoot, It's going to be some doggy bitch, and I ain't going.
Well, okay. I know we didn't.
And
go.
I don't care how much I respect police and fire.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't going out with no doggy bitch for nobody. I'm not doing it.
I see.
And I don't think cops and firemen would want me to do that.
I don't believe so either. So
I think they would want me to go out with somebody hot.
Hot chicks.
Yes.
Like the brunette at the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I already got Anna that I'm going out with.
Here I got that.
Nah, that would be embarrassing.
What?
Well, what if you do the auction and then nobody bids?
Nobody knows? Oh, yes, they would. Secret bids? Is there any way to do that?
We could stick some fake ones on there.
Yeah.
That way, if nobody bids, it still looks like I got something.
Yeah. I think you can do it. Why not?
To be a date, it'd have to be a date that would actually be worth something. Because just going out with me really ain't.
It is to the chicks that would bid, and it's a tax write-off, and that would it be a big deal?
I mean, we could throw the limo in, maybe dinner at someplace really nice.
Mm-hmm. Concert. There's a lot of those coming up.
A concert, or if it happens right after Thanksgiving, George is doing the Christmas light tours in the limo.
That'd be cool.
Crap like that. And you know what? You get me drunk enough. If you're a fat chick, you could probably touch it.
Mm-hmm. See it?
Yeah, I'll let you look at it. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a deal. You can at least look at it. I guarantee that you can touch it, but you can look at it.
All right. That's a good deal.
And if you decide you want to twiddle your fat clam, I'm okay with that. There.
All right.
I never say nothing about my heart.
All right. So you're going to continue working out so you look great for this day? Oh, what'd you say about doing a poster?
Well, originally, the whole before the... How are we doing, Eddie? We got a break again? All right. Before the whole LeBear thing called and Willie called, I was going to do like pose nude with some hot chicks for my birthday.
That's right. That's what that was.
And that never happened. It's like, maybe with Katana or L.A. Of course, L.A.'s not going to happen. But get Katana and a couple of her friends and do a couple of those shots to maybe where their hand just covers up your yangy. Something like that. So, I need a reason to keep working out because right after the LeBear thing happened, that's over. And then Kevin and I were working out last night. I just felt like I was doing it for no reason other than the obvious.
Yeah.
So maybe still do the
in like a month after Christmas, or
I don't know, or maybe do an entire year calendar.
Whole calendar
with a bunch of hot chicks.
That could be fun.
Different outfits,
different albums, different locations.
Yeah. January we'd make now Thanksgiving, the harvest, we'd make Dan and his corn on the cob out there.
No. He's offering to wear it to get his job back
with his weenie sticking out.
No, can't do that. He's offering to wear it.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Yeah, Russ, your phones went to hell. Can barely hear you, but you.
Well, hang on. Let me just shush. Shut up. Can you hear me now?
Nope. Barely hear you, bud.
Hold on a second. Let me see. Well, nobody's been in here to jack with the phones.
Nothing's changed.
What about now?
You sound like the commercial for the phones. I can barely hear you, man.
What about now?
They're screwed. It was great right when I first got on.
I wonder if it's just line 5.
Yes, just that one we always have trouble with.
Hold on. Hello?
This is Russ.
Yeah, can you hear me on this line?
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Oh, all right. It's just that line then. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I
don't want to talk to you. I just want to check the line. All right. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
I didn't see it. Is this another chick that wants to go out?
Yeah.
She sent a picture?
Yeah.
Hang on. What's the subject line? Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Date with Russ. 28, single, no kids, like to go out. I'm hot. Now look at the picture. Well, if you're hot, maybe somebody should crack the car window for you. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
How'd she get out?
I don't know. Clearly no leash on.
No. Yeah, sweetie, if you're hot, get somebody to crack the window open. That's not.
No tags.
No.
They'll never find her.
What?
Her.
What makes you think you're hot?
Yeah.
This right here is exactly why if I do this auction thing, which sounds really too radio cheesy. I don't know if I'm up on this or not. But I got to have pictures because I want to know exactly what I got to spend 2 or 3 hours with one night. And I ain't spending nothing with Ren 10 here. I'm not doing it.
I understand. I know, nice flowery dress, though. Covering that big ass.
Yeah. How can you be that fat and that disgusting and not have any clue? You think somewhere along the line somebody would have told her.
Yeah, because that's really funny. That's the funniest one I've seen in a while. I'm hot. It wouldn't have been funny if it had just been, hey, you want to go out? I know I'm not perfect, but I got a good heart.
I got a good heart. I don't expect anything out of the date. I know I'm not your type. In fact, I'm kind of homely, but I would consider it an honor, and I certainly would love to, give money to your Police and Fire Foundation. Instead, you got to tell me you're hot, and you got to send a picture of me in some nice big flowery moo-moo dress. I don't want to go out with you. I don't even want to see you again. Crack the window.
Run away.
Yeah. Who is it? All right. You ready to go?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, wrong button. There you go.
For more information about the Russ Martin Show, to email us individually, go to russmartin.com. Answers for questions, including audio from the Russ Martin Show, go to russmartin.info, I-N-F-O. Instant email during the show, studio@russmartin.com. Other show sites are johndavidryan.com, eddieBoyd.com, danantasos.com, gaillightfoot.com. Limousine service provided by Ultimate Limousines. Contact George at bigmouthgeorge.com. No, it's actually limogeorge.com.
I'll plug his website.
Oh, he's done a lot for us recently.
He's got no business telling you what was going on in the back of the limo. All right, let's go this way. What if she was doing stuff with her face?
Yeah.
And he tells you that. Is that any of your business?
He wouldn't have, just because I asked you on the air.
It's the same thing. He shouldn't tell you anything that's going on with the conversation. And what's he doing listening to us?
He listens all the time.
He's not supposed to listen.
Why?
That's private conversation in the back of the limo.
Well, I guess. I don't know. Had the window down. I don't know what happened.
And we weren't talking that loud because the radio was up. So obviously he had his intercom on because that limo is like 80 feet long.
Yeah. I don't know. Sorry.
I'll be having a visit with Big Mouth George.
Okay. LimoGeorge.com. The official site for the Talk That Rocks is live1053.com.
Is that it?
That'll do it.
I thought there was something else we were going to do before we left. I guess I can't think of anything. Is Liz Wild back tonight? All right. I think they said she left sick last night.
Yeah, she's her monthly thing.
Is she on her period?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Did she get them bad?
Apparently so. The first day or so was really hard on her.
Probably hard on that tampon.
And quit it. Stop it. What? Nothing. Nothing. Time to go.
I didn't say nothing.
I know.
She just looks like a heavy flow chick.
I quit. Okay. Wonderful.
Can you go down there and act like Moses?
I'd rather you not. Rather you not.
Get it?
Get it. Part 3, yeah. See.
All right.
I got you.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you.